Hello, this is Michael, aka Elyon. I just want to say thank you to everybody so far that's reached out to us and connected with us. We're having a great time engaging with all of you on our different social medias. So if you haven't yet, pop on over. We're on all major platforms and hit us up. We love to talk about what's going on in the story and just getting to know all of you. I'd also like to shed some light on, we have a Discord channel that we've just started. You'll be able to find the link to that in the show notes and also on our Twitter and all those other places. So let's get on with the episode. Episode 6, Total Recon.
Welcome back, one and all, to the Dice Crisis podcast, playing Second Darkness. Who do we got with me? I'm Aled LaRue, sitting here with Michael Waltz.
I'm Michael Waltz. I'm playing Elyon Thresh.
Yes, he is. And Eli Plunkett.
Yeah, that's me.
And Kyle Spurley.
Yeah.
Now, last time on the Dice Crisis podcast, they stepped outside after shift the Golden Goblin to see a bunch of birds suicide massing to their death in the Cipher Gate. Dayne and Lixie had a nice little date. Crow and Elyon went over to Zincher's Arena, checked that place out. They all went to bed, got some sleep, blah, blah, blah. Woke up next morning. Crow had a letter from, I was pronouncing his name wrong the whole time, Nockmar, not Crockmar, Nockmar.
Wow.
Varnal Splitface, Nockmar.
Nockmar.
I really liked Crockmar.
You want Crockmar? Should we stay
It
Crockmar?
sounds more like a crocodile.
Yeah, and he is pretty snappy.
Snaky.
That's what
Well,
I'm seeing.
Sure, we can keep it Crockmar.
He's
if you
got a
guys
fucked up
like.
tooth, right?
Crockmar. He is Crockmar now.
Crockmar.
No longer has an N in his life. It's an R. Letter from him saying that he has something of Crow's after the Crow took something of his. Crow, being the brash person that he is, went immediately into save mother mode, ran back to his house with Dayne, mother not there. Dayne went back to the Golden Goblin. Crow was determined to find out where she was, went with his knowledge local to the hideout of Varnal Splitface, Crockmar, and which was at St. Casperion's mission, a rundown chapel that was kind of half being used as a low crime base of sorts. Went there, was tricked, persuaded into going upstairs, where he was immediately jumped and hogtied. At that time, Elyon and Dayne were just kind of doing their Dayne went to the House of the Silken Veil to talk to Sharafa Pomaday. She
You're right.
restored his constitution and strength.
And my strength.
Because he was fatigued that day, and then had sex with him because she's a
woman of simple pleasures.
She's horny.
well, she's a priestess of Callistra. She needed a little extra inspiration for her prayer over that spell. Elyon was just doing her daily work while everyone was out, got a little suspicious, went to check things out. Meanwhile, Crow had watched his mother die before his very eyes at the hand of Crockmar, and then was thrown into the river. After getting back to the Golden Goblin, they went to bed, woke up again, had a day of work, and then before they talked to Saul, then they talked to Saul again about what his scouts had brought back for information, reconning the St. Casperion's mission. After getting that information, the gang decided that it would be a good idea to stake this place out overnight and get a little bit more information.
That's where I am, yeah.
Last time we left off, Crow, who probably for the better stayed outside just to avoid being recognized again, and Elyon and Dayne were thinking of staying in the mission overnight, see if they can learn anything else. So we left as Crow was walking home. Crow, you would walk home?
Yeah.
Let's get a couple dice out here, see if anything runs into you. You get home unmolested.
Wow.
Yeah. Which sounds more dirty than it can be.
That just means
You weren't
to be
attacked.
touched.
Yeah, you weren't bothered at all on your walk home. You'd reach back to the Golden Goblin. Elyon and Dayne.
We've posted up bedrolls, everything to make the night happen.
Yeah, getting comfortable, getting ready to sleep, and, well,
Assuming the time is late, I'm betting
Yeah, it's
the
probably
patrons are
around
passing
5
out.
a.m. to 6 a.m. at this point.
All right, then yeah, we should definitely get our recommended amount of sleep.
do you want to do some guarding while we do it? Go back and forth, do a couple hours, hours here.
I don't think either of us will get efficient sleep, and we both might be fatigued if we do that. Here's a mission. It's a safe keep place. Like, they don't know our affiliations, so we should be all right.
Yeah, I was mostly interested in watching the nighttime hours to see traffic that goes in and out if there's anything valuable.
If you keep watch for... What's a full night's rest? 8 hours?
8 hours, except for Elyon, who needs to meditate for 4 hours being an elf.
Yeah, so I'll get up a couple hours early and I'll stay up
You
a couple
watched
hours
the
later.
early morning there.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys would go to sleep, and when in this 4 hour period where you're both asleep, what are your passive perceptions? What's your perception plus 10?
16.
Okay.
15.
Right, you both would be woken up in your sleep by the sound of maybe choking. You would hear.
Can I tell where it's coming from?
It's coming from
My
just
floor
kind
or
of yeah,
another room?
in the floor, just kind of across the room from you, and you would follow, and those noises of, I don't know, somebody in distress would be quickly followed up by footsteps going to her almost immediately after this starts. If you guys wish, I'm envisioning it like you guys are kind of turned away from the scene. If you wish to see what is happening, roll a stealth or a bluff check to appear to be still sleeping, if that is your wish. If you would rather not appear to stay sleeping, just go look at it.
I know how to play sleep pretty well.
Okay, give me some rolls.
Same here.
Hitting you with a bluff.
I bluffed 15.
How's that for a
15 and
satisfying?
23. Okay. You would see an old man, bald, maybe a little bit of white hair left on the sides of his head. You had seen him previously. He brought you into this place. His name is Father Padwick. Actually, it's Padrick. It's another name that I pronounced wrong, but we're gonna keep him Padwick. He's Padwick. Unless you want to keep the R's going.
Patrick's easy.
Padwick.
Padrig.
I'm gonna keep Padrick or Padwick.
Padrick.
Padrick is his real name.
Padrick.
Father Padrick would walk up to this choking girl. You had seen him helping her earlier when you guys walked in.
He was helping.
And he would walk up and go, shh, 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 and she's choking. Shh, silence, my darling. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. What's happening? Don't worry about it. Just sleep soundly, knowing that you don't need any God to help you find the peace in your life. And you would see him wave his hands over her and mutter something under his breath. I'm thinking neither of you guys know. What languages do you guys know?
Enough. Let me see.
I know Common, Draconic, Elven, Gnome, and Orc.
Okay.
Common, Gnome, Dwarven, Halfling, Elven.
Neither of you speak these languages, although you guys speak a lot of languages. You can roll me a linguistics check if you'd like to see if you recognize what he's
At least
speaking.
what language it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a 17 for me.
And that's 19 for me.
Ooh. I think you both would
Bunch of brainiacs.
would have heard this language, I don't know where before, but you would recognize it as demonic. As he's
Right.
praying over her, and she would fall asleep. And he would mutter some more things in this language, and if you're watching closely, you might see a little bit of negative energy channel forth from him into this girl. And then he would cast another spell, and you might see that necromantic energy kind of come back from her to him as she would appear to be very still asleep.
So,
Michael, do you want to make Arcana checks to identify any of these spells?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Okay.
I was thinking Dayne would be really, really interested to see if it was, in his case, he wants to know if it's magic that he, like, is fathomable to learn, or if that is something that, like, is just, like, an arcane out of his belief thing, you know what I mean? So can I, like, perceive and see if I understand what's happening, or if I don't?
It would have to gain that
That's
knowledge,
pretty much all I'm
it'd have to
wondering.
be an Arcana check.
Can I check for arcane, or, like...
Do you have Arcana?
Yeah, I think I just got it. Oh, wait.
You're not
right.
level 2.
You're right. I actually don't.
Yeah, so Elyon, make me a couple checks here.
My Arcana was 24.
Okay, for the first one, you would know that he cast sleep on this girl.
Second one, roll another.
Yeah.
18.
18, you would know that he would have casted inflict light wounds.
Huh.
And the third one, roll again.
28.
You would recognize this spell as Death Knell.
Death Knell?
Yes, do you know what that is?
No, I don't.
It's basically when a creature is below hit points, like -1 or less, you can cast Death Knell on a creature and absorb their life force, gaining temporary hit points and a +2 to strength. And as this girl's body goes still, he would pick her up and carry her away.
Oh my goodness. So this guy is taking their strength and absorbing it for himself, using the powers of these homeless people.
And he would walk away. There. You don't have to worry any longer. You don't have to worry.
Can I stealth to talk to Elyon without waking people?
Yeah.
Because I wanna understand that knowledge. That way I understand what's going on. So I'm like, you know,
So he would.
Elyon, what you got? What was that info? I'm gonna see if I wake anyone up in this process. We got a 17.
Okay.
Do you want me to stealth back?
Sure.
Got a 15.
Okay.
It's the doctor. It appears that he put her to sleep, and then he inflicted wounds on her, and then he sapped her energy.
But she was already hurt.
She was hurt, but now she's hurt worse. I think she's dead.
Oh man. I bet that's why he's staying so old and young forever.
That could be.
He looks pretty damn dusty.
He got stronger as her life force faded away.
Okay.
I say we try to sleep, and
I was like,
I don't really want to get involved with this right now.
That's the extent that I want to address this now. We should keep it low. Keep it low, baby. Keep it soft.
So you two would attempt to go back to sleep?
I'm gonna go back to sleep. He already had his 4.
Okay.
She already had her 4.
Not quite, but
I'm going to stay up for a bit and then go back to sleep.
okay. Dayne goes to bed. And Elyon staying awake might catch the attention of somebody who seems to be very restless. You would see this person walking around barefoot, wearing nothing but an old sackcloth. He'd kind of be walking around. Would you look at him?
Stealthily.
Roll a stealth check then.
No, actually, I'm going to just like sit up, and if I have like a piece of bread or anything, I'm just going to eat it like I'm having a late night snack.
Okay.
I'm not trying to make my sleep self hidden. It's just like I woke up, having a little snack,
Okay.
seeing what's going on.
He'd be walking on. Yes, we can all be lost souls, but we can all find redemption. You over there, I see you're still awake. What is your name?
I'm Aryan.
Aryan, hi. Are you one of the lost souls?
I guess I'm kind of lost, but I found a place to stay tonight, so things are better than they could be.
Don't worry, young one. I can give you salvation.
Salvation?
Yes. Come with me. Come on.
I don't think I should. I'm pretty
Come with me.
comfortable here. Where to?
Come upstairs. Come on.
Can I stealthily keep an eye on them? Or am I turned the other way? Can I like do that one eye open creak, you know what I mean?
Roll me a percentile to see if this wakes you up.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it differently this time.
He feels just loud. 34.
You do not wake up. Come on. I can save your soul. I can give you redemption. I'm a fallen angel here to guide everybody around.
Fallen angel from what?
I'm a fallen angel from up above.
Who's your god?
Saren Ray, of course.
Saren.
I'm here to redeem the lost souls and bring them into her light and her warmth.
A very noble cause, but I myself am a follower of Callistra.
That doesn't matter. I can give you salvation no matter what you come from. Would you like to follow me to salvation?
Oh, that's really nice of you, but I'm getting kind of tired. I think I'm gonna just, maybe try and go back to bed. I gotta work tomorrow.
Oh, okay. But don't come to me when your soul is gone forever.
Yeah, you got it. By the way, where were you gonna go upstairs?
Upstairs, out to the balcony.
The balcony?
Yes, there are birds up there.
Ah. Okay, well, enjoy the birds.
Okay, I'll try. You would walk out the front door.
There's birds up there.
Yeah, I'll try.
Yeah, I didn't want anything to do with that guy. Whatever he was gonna bring me to.
Okay.
Fucking tweaker. Man, I'm sleeping, man.
Mm-hmm.
Go at it.
I'm gonna go back to bed. If that's all I see, I'm gonna make my words true and start to snooze.
Okay. You guys would finish out your rests all nicely. Crow, did you go to bed right away? All right. You would wake up at the Golden Goblin. What does Crow do?
Probably stays in bed in a little while, just kind of contemplating.
Mm-hmm. Not really wanting to get up and face the day.
Is he supposed to be at work right now?
Not yet, but the regular hours would start in a couple hours.
I'm just gonna hang and just kind of.
If you would have wanted to get a full night's rest, you would wake up for work late.
Okay, I'm gonna wake up late and I'm gonna go to work.
Okay. You would walk your way down to the Golden Goblin and probably just grumpily head right to the front doors and stand there waiting for patrons to come in. Roll me your intimidate check.
6.
6? All right, yeah. People see the sadness in your eyes and are not your eye. Because we haven't addressed this on microphone, but Crow only has one eye.
One, he has both of his eyes, but only one works.
Okay. He has an eye patch over one?
He's got an eye patch. His eye is still in place, but it's just very, very scarred.
Okay. Yeah. People aren't very intimidated of a crying half-orc saying under his breath, "Mom." That's how I imagine it.
Mom.
Yeah. Make me a perception check.
24.
24, you would see a sword-like bulge in somebody's pants.
Hey, is that a sword?
No.
Do not make me check. Is that a sword?
I don't have a sword.
All right, buddy, let me see your sword.
What sword? I said I don't have one.
You can't come in.
What do you mean?
Remove your sword and you can come in.
He takes out his sword. Fine.
Thank you, sir. Have fun.
You have fun.
I will not.
Dayne and Elyon would wake up in St. Casperion's mission, surrounded by peasanty people, tending to whatever it is they have to do, I guess.
Dayne, waking up, packs up his bedroll while keeping a keen eye to the crowd to see what it is that these people are all even, if they just talk about the normal day-to-day, if they're all like, blessed be, if they're all just brainwashed, if it's like, you know what I mean? Like, what's the general conversation? Is that old dude still walking around helping people? My morning perception before I think I'm gonna roll out, so like I'm trying to get that last little feed.
Most people at this point, no one's really talking like they're brainwashed or like praise Saren.
No one's walking around like praise Saren, right?
No, it's a bunch of beggars and down on their luck people just kind of looking for food or a place to sleep, something to help them out. You would notice a lot of people are waking up and going into the kitchen or the dining area.
Oh, there must be a feed. Can I? Does my sniffer indicate that there's any grub to be had?
Grub, you say?
I would fancy me a pancake or something.
I could go for a meal too.
Crow is telepathically trying to contact you. Bring bacon.
Bring me cakes.
Bring bacon.
Do you have the strange feeling that Crow needs bacon?
But he's at a restaurant right now. He can get food.
Huh.
Yeah, your nose would smell.
Nasty.
It's not the most pleasant of smells, but it smells like something's cooking. Maybe a soup.
Breakfast soup.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna help a whole lot. I feel like we'd be better off with food at the Goblin, Elyon.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Man, if there's not anything too perceivable around,
Make a perception check.
Can I as well?
Sure.
that's a 20.
8.
You guys would both notice some kid kind of getting a little too close to you guys as you're waking up for the evening or the morning.
Give him a hard look.
Hi.
Hello? Can I help you? Good morning. Praise be Callistra.
He just stares at you
He
guys
doesn't
back
seem
and
to
forth,
be much help.
and then he looks down at Eli's coin purse, takes out a razor, and tries to swipe
He
at
wishes.
Ooh.
I saw that coming.
it. Yeah, roll me a quick initiative.
You know what to do, boys.
I saw that coming with a 21.
Yeah, I got the
Sketchy little kid.
The 8, the 13.
He's gonna get a surprise round and try and cut at your coin purse.
All right.
He misses your coin purse.
Nice.
Now it is Dayne's turn.
He swiped. I grabbed my coin purse and put it into my bag
Okay.
and with my bedroll there. And I just feistily pull out my sword cane and I point it at his face, like to the point where it's like an inch from his face.
Okay.
And I say, "You back off. You don't know what you're getting into, bud. I know you're down on your luck, but this is not the way to go about it. I've been in your shoes. Back off.
Okay.
Find someone a little more your speed."
Okay, I'm just gonna go now then. And he would start
That's a good
stepping
idea, boy.
backwards. He
Good.
would walk.
Plan.
He would run out the building.
I just put the sword cane in my pocket like nothing happened. All right, we need to go. And I just peacefully walk out.
Yeah, it's about time.
Peacefully walking out.
You guys peacefully walk out and make your way back to the Golden Goblin.
So, Arion, how's it going?
No real names. No real names.
No real names. I think we stayed
Mr.
undercover
White.
pretty well. Mr. White.
Mr. Pink. I have to ask Saul some questions / relay some information.
Okay.
I know I'm late for my shift because we slept in a pretty good amount. So I'm gonna walk in with vigor to Saul's place. Like, I'm sorry, but I have information at least.
Okay.
He sent you on this mission.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Do you mind if I go with?
Nah. Come on up.
We have information to deliver.
Is Saul in his office?
You guys would leave St. Casperion.
Yes.
Walking down through an alleyway towards where you need to go, the Golden Goblin. You would see a huddled mass of writhing little animal bodies just over, like, consuming a larger body or a mass of some sort in your path.
Where is this at?
Just
Jesus.
down an alleyway.
Oh, yikes.
On an alleyway.
Yeah.
I want to walk as far away from that as I can without triggering anything. I have no interest in the bugs
Is that,
Make
do
a
they look like
perception check.
bugs?
or animals or... I don't have interest in them.
24.
You would notice it's a bunch of rats. A lot of rats are swarming something.
Can I see what they're swarming?
The 24, maybe you'd see like a small hand, like kind of out of the mass of the rats.
I don't know if...
I think
I'll-
she's too gone, man.
I think she is too, but I wonder who she is. We're already late.
We're already too late. I say we definitely let them clear out. Maybe we'll see it come up in the news.
All right, you guys would avoid the rats successfully. It's not too hard to find another alley to cut around. and you'd make it back to the Golden Goblin. You see a sad crow at the door.
Crow, how are you this morning?
Not well.
I'm sorry to hear that. I'm terribly sorry about your mother. We spent the night looking for information, but we didn't come up with much. It was a pretty dry evening.
I've been thinking a lot about it, and I have some plans to put into action later. Gonna work today.
Wonderful. Well, if you need anything, I'll be here all day. Just let me know.
Thank you.
They've run a lot of shit around town. It looks like they're a pretty big name to be fucked with, so it's not something we can just run in and do. We're gonna need a lot more people and a lot more plans if we want to get revenge.
Yeah. Saul did say he'd be able to get you 3 people to help.
3 people. We could definitely use more. I want to go to Saul's room just to give him the small amount of info we did get.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell him I'm ready to fight.
In a diplomatic act, we share the news we have, give a little bit of that buffer to make it sound like we did a good job there. And really all we did was perceive.
Well, it sounds like you learned a little bit more about the individuals in there, and besides just kind of a...
There's that old man who works with them. There's the upstairs balcony, which has birds.
Yes, They probably use the birds to pass messages if they have birds. That's what I'm thinking with my noggin.
Do you have any idea why their doctor, why they would be taking lives and what they would be doing with bodies?
Taking lives? What do you mean?
Well,
Finishing
I guess
lives.
if you explained what happened
Not
with
necessarily taking
Father Padwick.
Yeah.
finishing.
Padrick?
Yes.
That seems weird. It looks like a temple of Sarenrae, so I don't know why they would murder a small girl. It seems odd.
It seems very strange to me.
I don't think it's for the temple or for Sarenrae at all. I think it's more for the malicious intent of said Sir Pedrag or Pedrick.
Padrick.
He's, I don't get good vibes from the dude, but I think he's definitely drawing life force from that he leeches.
That's spooky.
It is spooky stuff. I do think that makes him a weaker target without as many susceptible weak people in his mission. One thing we could do to hinder that performance would be to spread word about the mission maybe, or to have a anti-campaign for Sir Krogmar.
Knockmar. Crockmar.
For Sir Krogmar, because he seems to be running too much for us to touch at this point. He's got a lot of the town under his wing.
I don't think that he does, actually.
It seems
He's a lower crime boss. He really doesn't have too big of a hold upon,
maybe not a hold, but he has a good opinion from the lower, weaker class by the looks of it. And they can be the deciding factor in the sense that his place is bustling with people who trust and believe in the work that is getting done there, it looks like, and are taking refuge there, sanctuary there.
I mean...
And I worry about the amount of people that might be against us in saying that he's bad.
Perhaps if people were to hear of what he was doing with the bodies, I imagine the person last night whose life was taken probably isn't the first time someone's gone missing under Crockmar's roofs.
People go missing all the time in Riddleport. It's not really that uncommon at all. I wouldn't go about assuming that the people that are in the church area are followers of him. They probably don't even know that his presence is there, besides the people actually kind of working at the facility.
So you think it's more of a cover?
It's definitely a cover.
All right. That's good to know. What can you tell me for some knowledge local? With this sleep, I woke up really craving a little knowledge to the city, and I wanna talk to Saul about something he might have for the situation, that like maybe it's history of the city, maybe it's history of Krokmar, maybe it's something like that. I need a little +1 to my knowledge.
I've told you all I know of Krokmar. And I've told you what our recon troops have brought out.
Yeah.
At the moment, I don't know how we can follow up with a move against Krokmar to get our retribution. I know that Crow said he had things in mind, and perhaps we can talk about that later.
Yeah, I think that you guys could take him out personally, but that's just me.
You're very trusting in us, Saul.
I believe in you guys. I've seen your power. I've been telling everybody about how good you guys are. Like, it's pretty cool. You guys would maybe finish up talking to Saul, and he would be like, all right, we can get back to work. You're on the clock. You're on the clock. You know, you're on the clock.
Alrighty.
Clock, you're on it. Go.
I start crafting.
Cool. Elyon, what are you doing for today?
Bartending.
You're bartending today, huh? Ooh.
Unless there's crafting that needs doing.
Jimmy likes you. He's letting you mix drinks now.
Ooh, pour in some shots.
Mm-hmm. So that's gonna change checks maybe.
What
would another applicable check be for a bartender?
Bartender.
Diplomacy.
Diplomacy would still work.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you were doing before.
Yeah.
Ability to, honestly, is
Handle animal for drunks.
Yeah.
I'd almost say
I don't know. What do you want?
diplomacy and maybe a form of a craft.
I have craft blacksmith.
Because you have to like make drinks all night.
Sleight of hand.
Do you have a good sleight of hand?
No.
No.
I was
don't even
thinking
have
sleight
it.
of hand, but I was like, that's more robbery.
Yeah.
Your diplomacy and your dexterity are exactly the same, correct?
Yeah. That is
So-
true. Also, diplomacy.
Just do
you can
diplomacy.
Yeah,
with
just
that?
and dex.
stay with diplomacy.
Okay.
I'd say it's being dexterous and nice.
Yeah, 15.
15. And Dayne goes to make some of his shit. What are you gonna do today?
Is it a bunch of craft alchemical?
Yeah.
All right.
Craft alchemy checks, baby.
How
What do
many
you-
are
what-
we doing?
Still 5.
Oh, yeah, and I pick which ones we're doing.
Yep.
So I couldn't tell you if we did 2 pesh last time. Let's go.
Well, it ended up being you made 2 of each.
Nice, you're right. Well, then today, what day is it in the week?
It is actually...
Because if that changes things, the weekends might need some more all night. The
I think-
weekdays need a little pesh.
I think this is the 6th day. 1, 2,
Yep, it's
3,
day 6.
4, 5, 6. It is Toil Day, aka Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yes, I was wrong earlier, a couple episodes ago, when I said I'm Monday night. It was actually probably a Sunday night.
All right.
Maybe a Saturday night.
It's that midweek grind for the bar. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go with the all night. We're gonna do a load of 5 pesh,
Okay.
and we're just gonna get it popping.
Cool. Get it popping. Roll your checks. DC 18s to make these.
One's 24,
That's a make.
one's 16,
That's a miss.
17.
That's a miss.
You said 16 to make.
DC 18?
Oh, I thought you said 16.
I thought I said 18.
You said 18.
I said
Alright.
18.
So we have 2 misses, 1 hit.
Yeah.
Damn. 18
That's a make.
and 13. So
Dang.
two.
You made
peshes.
2 doses of Pesh Black.
Was it 18 before?
Yeah. You've just been rolling way better
Have
usually.
I done?
Yeah.
Okay, because I was like, damn, I feel like I've done good until that.
Yep. So you made 2 doses. Or,
Have you described what Pesh is?
Am I creating alchemical items?
yeah.
Then I get a +2 to most of those.
Oh my goodness.
So there was 2 that were within reach of 2.
Does
so I
the-
would have had 4.
What is your bonus for?
It's +8, +2 for crafting alchemical items.
And that isn't figured in already in your Hero Lab score?
Yeah. It says +8 and then a +2 competent bonus to create to create alchemical items rather than crafting.
Okay,
I don't
so
know what the difference between alchemical item.
You had what, a 16 and a...
Oh, it's the difference between crafting one and the difference between like identifying one, probably, right?
What does it say again?
+2 competence bonus to create alchemical items.
You get a +2 on that. So you have a +10 to create stuff.
Yeah, so technically it would have been 4 that I made up for the day instead of 2.
Well, all right then. You
Cool.
make 4 things at 25% of 4 things of 100 is what?
25% of 400?
Yeah.
100.
Perfect. You get 100 GP that will be split amongst the party.
Nice.
Indeed.
Have you ever said, or have we ever talked about what Pesh actually is like? What does it do? What are the effects?
Yes, let me tell you. I will explain what Pesh is, except for he has my phone. So I think...
Do I have to look it up for you?
I just don't think I have the long explanation for it on here.
Pesh, I think in there...
It says creates slight hallucinogenic effects with mainly euphoria, can produce rage and anxiety.
I think of it as a hashish.
Yep, it's pretty much strong weed
All
by
right.
the sounds of it. So like some people really enjoy it and some people get really paranoid and angry. You know what I mean? But like for the most part, it's an enjoyable euphoria.
Yeah. In, what is it? D20 PFSRD, I think they call it keef.
Yeah.
So
yep.
it's basically hash.
All right.
We went with that being as like this staple. Is like people just have different degrees of good pesh. You know what I
Probably
mean?
a lot of people using Pesh.
Yeah. And he's making the best stuff.
And all
Ooh.
night's more like blow. It's just kind of like keeps you up all night.
Yeah, so I think the rules is like you need 2 peshes and something else to make a black pesh, but we're kind of foregoing the components
And
since
doing price
we're-
instead.
Yeah, foregoing the components for the price and the payout. So the Golden Goblin is supplying the pesh that he's refining into
The goblin
black
is in
pesh.
charge of getting
Gotcha.
the ingredients, which
Yeah.
come naturally to a port city's bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes
Exactly.
sense.
Whereas they don't
Exactly.
come naturally to an 18-year-old boy. That's why I work with Spirna, who naturally comes by all of these alchemical creations because, like, I don't have access to them, but she did. But now the goblin does too. So I don't need Spirna near as much. But, yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Interesting take.
Spherno would definitely have connections and have that flown in.
She might get some ones for us down the line, too, that the goblin wouldn't know about because she does more than the goblin does.
Is Elyon at the bar?
Elyon is at the bar. She's making drinks. You had a 15. You're handling the drink making pretty well. Getting a little busy, but you're handling it out. You're dishing out meads and maybe mixing a mixed drink here and there. You do pretty well for yourself.
Learned how to make an Irish bulldog.
Ooh, what's that?
It's got mead
Okay.
and some lime
Okay.
Uh-huh.
and some refined water.
Refined, huh?
Not
Yeah.
that nasty shit.
Yeah, and there's some special liquor that comes native to some mountains nearby.
All right. Sweet. I'm trying to think of if I know any mountains nearby.
Gus and Brew.
I can't think of any.
I couldn't either. So I just said some mountains.
Crow is gonna walk away to the door and grab one of those from you
Ooh,
while
yes.
he's on the clock. He doesn't even care today.
Wow. I would protest, but I see you walking away in the state you're in. I say nothing.
So he's just gonna down it in one gulp and set the glass back down on the bar and go back to the door.
Nice. Oh, Dane, I think we forgot to do your addiction check for Zerk
Probably.
yesterday. So roll me a fortitude save.
Do I need to do a check for downing that Irish bulldog?
Nah, it takes a couple more drinks within a time period
I got
to
an
have to
18.
save for that.
So we'll do
18?
it.
18.
We'll do it later.
You have 1 save. It needs 2 consecutive saves, 2 consecutive days to be free of the addiction for Zerk.
Okay.
But you don't suffer any con damage today.
Nice.
You are still slightly addicted,
Yep.
and we'll see if that plays out. If you...
But Zerk's addictions gives me the +1 strength as long as addicted.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You have a +1
So it's
strength.
minus
or
one
is it
per
a
plus
D amount of strength?
I think it's just a +1.
Okay. It's not like a D4 strength.
Pretty sure it's just +1.
Okay. We'll roll with that. You have a +1 strength for being addicted to Zerk, which is, I want to say something like a steroid.
It's, yeah, the way I consider it was buff Adderall. Like, it was like you get on top of your shit, but you lose your constitution. So you're weak, but you're just kind of, you're tanking it for the day.
It hurts your constitution to use. You get a bonus to your initiative, and when you're addicted to it, you get a bonus to strength. Mm-hmm. Kind of a weird thing, but cool.
It's one of the only ones that has a positive seeming addiction.
Yeah.
Minus the repeated
Yeah.
constitution damage.
Exactly. If you get rid of the con damage, yeah, it's fine. You just gotta go. You just gotta go fuck Sharafa a few times. It's whatever.
I don't want to do that. That's not my shtick.
Well, you don't do drugs. You won't have to fuck hookers.
I don't want to fuck Sharafa. I mean, she's a nice lady.
She is a nice lady. She's very welcoming.
She's a sweetheart.
She's warm.
Darling.
Darling, come fuck me to heal.
Okay, come fuck me, feel good. Jesus.
Hell yeah. You guys, your days on the clock, your time on the clock would pass by. You guys are very successful at your jobs today. Good job. And the night would pass without much occurrence besides the normal day-to-day of a Tuesday working at a casino. What do you guys do after you finish up?
What time?
I want to gather everybody and have a
Finish
chat.
up around 2.
I too would feel the need to gather and chat with everyone.
Yes. Likewise.
I want to pull up a seat at the bar that
I
you were
as well.
just cleaning.
Yep.
You want to dirty one of those glasses for me?
Oh yeah, I mixed up a couple drinks.
I'm gonna have some. I'll have a couple meads.
He's having
Please.
a couple. I'm having one.
This cause called the troll bomb. I make one
troll
for
bomb.
each of you.
Troll bomb.
Tastes like citrus.
What can you tell us about the troll bomb?
Trolly.
Oh, the troll bomb. It's a kind of like it's a 2-drink. So it's a larger mix, and I'm dropping a shot of dwarven rum into it. That's the bomb.
Yeah, that's the strong part.
If you didn't know, that's the bomb.
Now you know.
And as you guys are drinking, Samaritha Beldusk, aka Sam, would join you guys at the bar. Hi guys. How did you guys enjoy the day? I had my first day. It went well. What's up? I'm Sam. I haven't met you guys yet.
Oh, you were the new hire? It's nice to meet you.
Yeah,
I'm
Saul
Dayne.
just hired me yesterday because of Elyon's recommendation.
Oh yeah, her word
you,
carries
Elyon.
a
You're
lot of
welcome.
weight around here.
You guys are so nice.
Nice to meet you. I'm Dayne.
I'm Sam. You can call me Sam.
Nice to meet you, mate. I just run a little bit of the behind the scenes, keep everyone going scene here. You know what I mean?
Cool.
This here's Crow.
Name's Crow.
Hi, Crow.
I'm a bouncer.
Nice. You look very bouncy.
Tell me, Sam, you a fighter at all?
I'm more of an academic type. I don't really like to get into scuffs, but I'm prepared if need be.
Well, we were just about to chat about a little brawl that we're gonna get into. We could use all the help we can get.
What happened? What are you brawling about?
So, long story short, pickpocket, crime boss.
The pickpocket crime boss?
I got jumped by one of his little minions the other day.
Do I have to be worried about pickpockets? I just came to town yesterday and a couple days ago.
You
but
should definitely watch your back. Yes, you will try, and people will probably take advantage of you.
That makes
and try and
sense.
steal from you.
my family back in Magnamar warned me about such things, but I thought they're just kind of scared.
I mean, I was at a mission earlier this morning and was almost robbed by a child. So
Children?
you gotta keep your eye out.
Okay, noted.
A child attempted to rob me and caught me a little too off guard, and he perished.
It was a bad day.
I killed him.
Oh.
And the crime boss got wind of it, and he kidnapped my mother and hogtied me and killed her in front of me.
That's terrible. Crow.
So now
So sorry.
we are seeking
Maybe
revenge.
put an arm around you and try and kind of hug you comfortingly.
Thank you. I appreciate it, but this is not the time for comfort. This is the time for revenge, and we will act upon it soon. And we can definitely use an academic type on our team if you. This is the sort of thing you're willing to help out with.
Yeah.
You don't have to be on the front lines. I will take that position, and this goes to you two as well. I do want a full team to carry out this mission, and I know Saul is very confident in us, so I think the three of us, along with a few guards, I think we could do some serious damage. You guys don't need to frontline battle at all. I can take that position.
Absolutely.
I of course will help you.
When would we like to strike?
I've never done anything to this scale, Crow. I'm gonna admit I'm much more a small time type of person. For the most part, I get my ass kicked in fights. I'm not gonna lie. There's not a huge chance for me to be of damage help to you. I'm not that type of person. But I think me and Sam here are probably going to be our best bet for getting some knowledge behind this movement that we're doing.
Oh, are you an academic as well?
I am, in the sense that I've been studying the world since I could think. I couldn't afford the finest schools, but the way of the people is more of my knowledge. Very street smart.
Oh, so you like to learn with like on-hand training?
Oh, very much so. There's some knowledge that we have to learn before we go in to fix this crow, but when we do, we'll roll 8+ deep, and I don't worry that we will have vengeance. It's just going to be a matter of playing it right, waiting, and getting our team together first.
And we don't want a strike back. This should be the end strike.
Yep.
We want an end all, for sure.
Sounds serious. Well,
Sorry for bringing that upon you, Sam. I know you just slid up here, but
just looking for a fun drink with some new coworkers, and things are a little heavy around here, huh?
we have some things going on, but
Well, we can put this to bed for the night, and we can have some fun. We'll probably talk a little bit more about this tomorrow.
Nice.
Hopefully get a team together.
And maybe at about this time, Lixie would show up. Maybe I, Sam, and she might scoot up next to Dayne. What you guys talking about over here?
Dayne stands on the bar and lights a torch.
Oh shit!
I want to run over to the braziers and light them and get the place lit as if it's practically back open for business. And
All right.
and I'm gonna sit down and I say, we're figuring some things out tonight, boys.
Oh yeah.
And so
what are we figuring out today? Says Lixie. I feel like my Lixie and Sam voices are gonna be almost the same.
Lixie, you might have interest. You know Split Face, correct? You remember him coming in. You've seen his face, his fucked up ugly mug.
Yeah, that guy's a turd.
He's a real cunt. Anyways, we should we're gonna get him in check. He's done the goblin wrong, and he's done Crow Moonwave here wrong, and we're putting a final end to this. But we're gonna need a little bit of intel on finding where he sleeps, what he drinks, what he eats. We're gonna know everything about this man.
I want to
And
know
then
when
when
he
we
shits.
do,
I want to know when he's fucking.
I'm gonna shove poison in his butt.
Oh. Like,
And I'll burn his butt.
So the poison can't get
And
out?
I'll cut his butt off.
Mainly, we're attacking his butt.
We're gonna be doing a lot of butt stuff. You in, Sam?
Sam, do you like butt stuff?
Lixie, how about you?
Lixie, butt stuff.
Lixie would smile at you guys.
Huzzah!
I'll shove one of these daggers up his butt.
That's what I'm talking about.
Sam looks a little bit more tentative, and she's like,
I'm back on top of the bar again, huzzahing with one dagger in the air. Huzzah!
Roll a diplomacy check. You guys can all roll diplomacy checks and give yourselves +2s for this.
We're amping ourselves. I got a 24.
Oh man.
I got a nat motherfucking 20.
Oh, shit.
I got a 19.
All right, your guys' enthusiastic
We're stoked.
attitude has actually convinced Sam that she'll join. She'll see what's up.
Yes.
So this puts our team at 8.
Huzzah!
I don't know. I heard when Saul was talking to you guys that he was confident in just the 3 of us. So I can't imagine.
I think he means in a 1v1. Like in us versus him, but you know he's not light enough to roll alone.
He's old.
Yeah, he
Well, I
can't,
think
he can't
if we-
fight for himself the way it is. He's gonna roll with some.
I think if
Saul
we
can't
planned
fight
an
with the
8 deep
fuck.
squad, couple agenda arms.
Well, you're not gonna get the gendarmes, but
We're
you'll
gonna
get
Oh,
golden
the
goblin.
Golden Goblin guards. Gotcha. Yeah, I think we could take some people down.
Lixie would go, give me a drink.
Points at Elyon.
Points at Elyon.
I
So
get her a
what's the
drink.
plan? I'm in for this.
I propose we wait outside, watching from the windows the way we were the other night. It seemed very quiet, very peaceful. When we know
Yes.
which room he's in, we send a small batch of poison in a present into his room. That way, when exposed, he starts taking damage. However, that's not going to be the attack. That's just going to be his trigger. When he's trying to decipher what actually happens, that's when we attack. I don't know how yet, but that's where 8 minds come in.
I say we just run in and start throwing daggers
There's
at
a
him.
lot of people there, Lixie. There's a lot of innocent people.
I have a lot of daggers, and she pulls out like 8 daggers.
Oh, all right. Just slide some daggers back into her pouch. All right.
I took them all out of the sheaths for nothing.
We don't need 8 daggers.
I have them if you need them.
Lixie,
I
your
appreciate you so
enthusiasm
much.
is hot as fuck,
Yeah.
but we need a little bit more strategy. This isn't happening tonight, is it?
No, we wait. Maybe a day, maybe a week, whatever. Until
I think a
agree.
week is too long.
We need more information about his movements and how many people are going to be
So
inside.
far, we know he has a mission. He goes there, and other than that, they don't know about him.
Yeah, you guys would know from Saul's recon that there are about 12 people under his control.
Usually not all at a given time, though. It's not like they're all just working at the same time.
Yeah, they'd get sent out to do little heists, blah blah blah.
Can we count on you two ladies to join us in the next couple days?
Lixie would go, yeah, just say my name and I'll follow you guys into the bathroom.
She looks over. She hears from maybe 30 feet away near the bathroom. Lixie.
I'm going to the bathroom.
I'm not over by the bathroom. I'm still at the bar. Cheersing.
Okay, she
I'm not
chooses you.
actually.
And Sam would be like, yeah,
She seems all right with it.
I can help out, sure.
So Sam, what sort of fighting have you done?
Academic type, Elyon,
Well,
like you.
on my way over from Magnamar, there were a couple of people that our party our little caravan had to take care of. And I prefer to hang back and kind of cast spells into the thick of things, but I can handle myself as well as anybody.
Slide up to Sam. Oh, you're a spellcaster. Is that your thing?
Yeah.
All right. What are you trained in many arcane arts? A certain school?
Have been focusing on transmutation.
Oh wow, that's one of my favorite ones. I've been really interested in the use of disguising self and disguising others and transmutating audio in the sense that someone's voice can become something that it's not.
Yes. I don't know any of those spells myself, but I've seen them used to great effect.
Well, that's perfect. There's a lot I can learn from someone of that talent. Same way I feel about Elyon here. Learns many things that I don't think I would have ever thought about with the.
Lixie would roll her eyes and say, magic. I see that there's not much magic can do against a nice dagger to the back.
A nice dagger to the back.
I'm gonna distract Lixie while Dane's flirting with Sam.
That's right.
Okay, what do you say to her?
Let me see that dagger there, Lixie. Looks like a pretty good build.
Shing! She brings it up,
Wow.
tosses it around, and hands it to you.
Which one of the 8?
Oh wow.
This is number 4.
Are they all similar?
Yep, they're all identical except for the number engraved on their hilts.
What do you need 8 daggers for?
I like to throw them, so
Ooh, okay.
sometimes you need a couple extra.
Perfect. Well, it's a great build. I appreciate a good
Balanced.
dagger.
You want to see me throw it?
Yeah, please. Not at me, please.
Okay, only since you asked.
That would be great and all, but Lixie, the first dagger you ever threw was spot on, and it went right into my heart.
Oh, Dane, you're so cute.
I take my dagger and I whip it at a poster on the wall.
Roll to attack.
All right.
DC 10.
Yeah.
10 exactly?
Is that using strength?
It's using the same as your crossbow.
Oh, so it's dex?
Yeah.
Yeah, 10 exactly.
It hits pretty much where you're intending to.
Huzzah!
Nice. And then she takes out her dagger and throws it at there as well.
Splits my dagger in half.
And it lands in the hilt of your dagger.
Damn.
So both daggers are stacked up. Double
Crow.
daggers.
That's love.
Huzzah!
Crow throws his falchion at the poster.
Jesus.
Oh, shit. Roll to attack with a -4.
Why is it -4?
Because falchions aren't meant to be thrown.
That's funny.
11.
Whips entire falchion.
Your falchion hits the spot you intended, but doesn't stick into the spot. It hits it like kind of the side of the blade and clatters off with a bunch of noise.
You guys get what I meant.
That was odd and impressive, all of you.
I've had a couple meads.
Elyon,
Sam would look over
I
to
go
Elyon.
to burning
Elyon.
hands it.
No. Her hands light up, and Dayne very quickly runs over with a rag and is like, no.
Sam, you got a dagger to throw?
No property damage.
Nope.
All right. Well, then you and Elyon can chill with your flaming hands and
Sam,
chill the hell out.
I think I like you. I think you seem like a good
I
spirit.
like you too, Crow. She might touch your knee.
His knee jerks like he's at the doctor.
Oh, shit.
Sam, I would like to talk to you sometime about your magic.
Yeah, I'd love to discuss it as well with you.
I have much to learn still, and you look like someone who's quite practiced.
And I always have
a
much
few
to
years
learn,
under my
and
belt.
I perk up to that conversation too. I have much to learn as well.
Yeah?
Me too. I'd love to learn.
Jeez, I can teach you guys a bunch. It would help me kind of practice for my, future apprenticeship
There's
at
three
the,
guys
at the
talking to
Cypher
Sam right now. What's Lixie doing?
Lixie is not impressed by these guys fawning over this
New girl.
red-haired, face
Beautiful
tattooed,
elven.
nose piercing, couple earrings. Oh man, she's looking good in a nice green robe with some embroidered kind of gold stitching and stuff up at the collar.
I says,
And Lixie pokes you. What are you saying?
I didn't
about?
actually says them.
Oh, okay.
I don't
I said you
them.
want to make some orc babies.
Jesus.
You mean
No.
half orc,
Half
orc,
Quarter
half
orc.
half elf.
Half orc.
I'm half elf.
That's quarter
Are you
orc.
are you
quarter
an elf, Elyon?
I am an elf.
You're straight pureblood elf?
Yes. You're a half, you said?
Yeah, and I don't take this the wrong way, but you look incredibly young, even for an elf.
Yeah, I'm quite young. I just turned 18.
Like literally 18?
Yes.
How are you even not in some sort of secluded elven community right now?
She kind of like shifts and maybe like scratches at her collar. I don't know my true elven parents. Yeah, I was raised here in Riddleport my whole life.
Okay.
Have you ever been to the elven communities?
I have not. I've heard a great deal about Keonan, but I've never been there. My mother lives in Magnamar, and she's kind of always lived there. She's kind of.
So if your mother lives in Magnamar, what brings you to Riddleport?
I hope to.
Crow is a fucking mess right now.
Oh,
is
did
it
I
'cause
say
of her
mother?
Mom?
I'm sorry, Crow. I'm sorry.
We
Crow.
don't say mother. We don't say
He
mother.
just leans
don't
on
say
Sam
mother.
and just gives her a
My-
big, sad, bury his face in her shoulder orc hug.
He needs a mom hug.
She would hug you back.
He needs
It's
a
okay,
mom hug.
Crow. Jeez, it must be hard to lose a mom. I feel bad just kind of being away from her for so long now.
Orc.
Can I roll a
Crow
sense motive
runs to the
on-
bathroom.
Can I roll a sense motive on Sam? I heard her say that she's Cyphergate. Kind of makes me a little uncomfortable about her.
Because she might be pretentious.
Yeah, pretentious. And I'm wondering, like, just into Elyon's head, I'm also wondering what she's doing, what's going on with her, why is she here?
Yeah. Well, she would tell you, answering Dayne's question,
Yeah,
that
I just asked.
You did? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm really intrigued about the Cyphergate, and I hope to study with them. They've been studying this ancient monument for so long. There has to be a lot of neat things that they've learned, and I hope to one day be able to pick up their studies and continue along with it, and hopefully figure out what this gate is actually for.
How long have you been around?
You can sense motive if you'd like, Michael.
That's okay. Now that I heard her explanation, I'm good.
Okay.
How long have you been around town?
I've been here maybe 3 days so far.
And your parents did not come with?
No,
You just made the traverse yourself?
I'm old enough to go out in town.
Well, I mean, you left your parents behind as in this day and age. That's kind of something.
Strange.
So you're adventurous in the soul.
Yeah.
Are your parents both well off enough to take care of themselves?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, all right.
I don't necessarily know my dad, but
Oh, really?
my mom, she's kind of integrated herself into the noble community a little bit.
Of Magnamar?
Yeah,
I mean, she's got gold weaving on her robes.
yeah.
Where's Magnamar in relation to Riddleport?
It is.
Is it even close or not even at all?
It's not very close. It's still
Other
within.
side.
It's still within Varesia.
Oh, really? Okay.
So it's still within the continent. It's just trying to picture the map in my head.
So she didn't come here across seas or nothing. It's like kind of came down land.
Yeah, she came up. She came. Maybe.
Because like
Yeah,
an other
she-
continent person's different.
Yeah,
than
she
a
kind of
same.
caravanned over from Magnamar. It's a good trek, but it's doable. It's done all the time.
Okay.
With enough people in that party, you can be safe kind of crossing over the land.
And she said she did come here with a party, so
yeah,
I mean,
with a caravan.
yeah.
Crow comes back from the bathroom. One more mead,
You were in the
Elyon.
bathroom?
Yeah, I went to cry.
Here you
Oh.
are.
You guys failed your perception checks. Didn't even tell you.
When he goes to the bathroom, can I
I came back.
He's already back from that. You didn't even know he left.
well, he never said.
You,
Yeah, I
you
did.
failed your perception check.
You guys were
Definitely
talking about
did,
something
that's
else.
Not everybody announces when they go pee.
All right.
But I did.
The old Irish P.
Yes.
One more, Elyon.
Please. Here you are, Crow. Slide it your way.
Ugh. Thank you.
Drink.
You're welcome. Another?
No.
Okay.
I want to be okay to think about fighting.
Good idea. We have much
Be
to do.
okay to think about fighting.
Yeah. You guys would talk for a while with compatriots about your strategery. Maybe the couple hours have gone by now. It's well into night.
I would like to set up a time with Lixie tomorrow to do some alone training.
Alone training.
Yeah, where we just go and practice
wanna-
out some ranged.
I can practice on your range anytime, Dane.
My range is always free range because
See-
I don't cost money.
Oh, I thought it was because you can't be tamed. Oh, well, I'm cheap too. So
All right. Besides that, the day's tasks. If it's, you said it was like super late already, right?
yeah, 'cause you guys are kind of hanging out after the
probably-
casino closes, and it's open from noon to 2. We'll say.
I say that means every day that we work, we're not able to do anything until 2 p.m. or 2 a.m.
But at the same time, you guys would get the sense from Saul that he finds that this is important to you guys' duties as junior partners, and he would probably be all right with it if you guys kind of took action or prepared for this raid of sorts, and instead of kind of
That's
doing
not
your
exactly
dailies,
what I
but-
was thinking.
Okay.
So I think you wouldn't be okay with it. For the night's closing, I'm gonna walk Lixie home.
Okay.
Would you like to have a hand home there, Lixie?
Love a good escort.
Just an extra hand.
Sure.
All right. I'd like to walk out with her to bring her to where home is, which I haven't learned yet.
You took her home one
Did
night.
we once?
Yeah.
Okay, you're right, because she didn't let me see inside.
Yep.
All right.
It's somewhere up in the Leeward district.
Yeah. I'm gonna start walking that way with her.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk out and I'm gonna head home as well. Split directions.
All right.
Perceptively walking through the whole night.
All right. And Crow, what do you want to do?
So Sam, where's home for you?
Besides Magnamar, home is Saul's letting me stay in the Golden Goblin.
Oh, you're staying here? Well,
Yep, I'm bunking with some of the other people.
well, enjoy the rest of your night. I hope to see you tomorrow.
You definitely will.
Crow's looking for love.
Oh, go Crow.
In all the golden places.
Should you go to bed? What's Crow do after that?
Crow's gonna go to bed.
Okay, you go to bed too.
Actually, Crow's gonna walk Elyon home. Elyon, would you like an escort home? Are you okay? Or
I'm
did you already leave?
I'm okay tonight, Crow, but thank you. I could use a little quiet time to myself.
Okay. Well, be safe out there. I'm gonna go to bed.
Good night.
You too.
And you guys would make it back to your destinations without encountering anybody. Maybe you see some kind of random people walking on the street, but they don't pay you any mind, and you wouldn't have to pay them any mind. Elyon? Actually, let's start with Dayne and Lixie. Dayne and Lixie, you would make it back to this dark home that Lixie calls hers. She would stand there kind of maybe fiddling her keys at the door as she kind of...
Does it seem like, so it's dark, so it doesn't look like anyone's home?
No one's home. Look, windows are all dark.
All right. I'm gonna talk to Lixie and see what her deal is for the night. So Lixie, I see the home here. Do you live with people you traveled here with, or are you just alone? Can I sense what I'm feeling?
Sense motive a little bit.
Okay. We're talking like an 11.
An 11? You get the feeling that something's a little off, but you can't really put any pieces together.
Okay.
You'd be like, yeah, I live alone these days.
All right. Well, I hope to see you tomorrow for our practice. We'll skirt out of work a little bit early, all right? Kind of with a little fiendish wink.
Okay, I can do that.
With a diplomatic approach, I lean in for the goodnight kiss.
Nice.
Okay.
Here it is. 14.
And she accepts your advances.
Huzzah!
She didn't sneak any tongue in because
That's
of that
all right.
14, but
You know.
you
It was a nightly peck.
had a couple of good pecks in.
All right. I send her off without even bothering to look behind me, like I don't care what her living situation is.
Okay.
Upon going back, I don't want to go to the goblin.
Okay. Elyon, you would reach home, and your dad would be up kind of moving about the house. See, it looks like he's almost cleaning or packing? Kind of organizing in a way?
Dad, I'm home.
Oh, Elyon, how are you? I haven't seen you in a couple days.
Yeah, I've been missing you. I've been really busy at the Golden Goblin. There's a lot of work going on, and Saul, the owner, he keeps us working all the time. But
Well,
I
your boss
missed you,
will
and
do
I had
that.
to come see you.
I appreciate you stopping back. It's probably good enough time to tell you that I see you growing more independent, and you don't really need me as much. So I'm thinking that I might leave Riddleport.
Leave?
Yeah.
For-
So I didn't tell you a lot of this as you were growing up, but I once found myself in love with an elven woman, and I held on to her a little too tight, and at the tightest point of my grasp, she let herself loose, and I've missed her ever since. I've heard that she is living in Magnamar these days, and I want to go see her.
That's some big news for my dad to drop on me.
Right.
And he's never told me about this elven woman before?
No, if you would have made your if you would have made a perception check when you looked, kind of saw his drawer opened a little bit,
Yeah.
you might have seen a locket in there. And then if you had investigated further, there would have been a picture of an elven woman.
She wouldn't go through her dad's things.
Yep.
Yeah. Man, that sucks because we're so open and honest with each other. That fucking liar!
Well, I've learned from that relationship, and I don't necessarily see a lot of you in her because you are two completely different people, but I didn't want to. I know that she was watching me grow older and older, and I was watching her be the same, and I don't know. I didn't want her to leave, and I might have pushed too hard for her to stay with me as I grew older, and she didn't want to be a part of that mortal life, I guess. And she left me.
And if you get to Magnamar and she still wants to be alone,
Well, at least I got to see the love of my life one more time.
and I'll be here.
I'll come back. This brings us to our next discussion. I was thinking to fund my travels that I would sell the business.
You're gonna sell the blacksmith business. The forge, you mean the house and everything?
I was thinking of selling everything, and I would give you a portion of it, unless you would like to take it up upon yourself. I mean, I know you're busy with the Golden Goblin, and you sound like you're almost in a managerial status there. I don't know how much time you would have, but I would like to leave you something, but at the same time, I do need the funds to travel over there and be able to see what happens.
Well, you know that I'm not able to run the business myself. You're the reason this business works.
I couldn't have done half the things that I accomplished without you. I mean, your design work on the blades just, it finishes them off. I can make a sturdy blade, but you make them elegant.
She's like looking past him. She didn't even hear what he just said. Well, it sounds like you've got it all figured out. Just sell it, keep it for yourself. Anyways, I'm tired. I'm gonna go to bed. Thanks for telling me, Dad.
Okay, I love you, Elyon.
See you in the morning. She goes to bed.
Right, you go
She
to bed.
didn't say I love you back.
Oh shit! Elyon's mad at her dad.
Damn.
This doesn't happen very often, I don't think.
That was some big beef from
We
Dad.
all got parental issues, I guess.
Yeah.
Mainly with dads.
Yeah.
Well, my dad was dead before the campaign.
My dad's dead to me.
My parents are now both really dead to everyone.
It's true. 100% gone.
Yeah. She doesn't sleep well tonight. She might be fatigued tomorrow. In game terms, she
Okay.
probably just doesn't even snooze at all.
Doesn't even try to do her meditating.
She tries, but she can't do it.
Okay, if you
Can't
want
keep
to,
concentration.
if you want to hinder yourself for the next day, I'll let that slide.
Yeah.
All right, an elf.
That's so kind of you.
fatigued elf the next day. And after even an hour of sleep, this fire within you, Crow's need for revenge or whatever inspires him, and Dayne's been doing a lot of recon and gathering information, and you would all go up a level. You would wake up level 2.
Oh, baby.
Since I
Level
wasn't
2.
sleeping, I
Oh
feel
shit,
like
you
that
didn't go to
kiss
sleep. I forgot.
leveled me.
Yeah, your kiss leveled you up. But what did you do instead of going back to the Golden Goblin? I forgot about that.
First, I need to know, does Sphyrna live at her shop?
Yes.
Is her shop closed at an early time?
Yes.
Does Sphyrna understand need to the point where I could show up and craft without waking her?
At this point, it's probably too late for the doors to be unlocked.
That's why I was wondering if I had access as a person, because me and her are friends.
I don't think you do.
Okay. So I have to go in business hours, but I work until 2 a.m. So I can only talk to Sphyrna on the weekends.
Maybe.
Seems weak and bunk.
That's what happens when we get a full-time job, man. Can't see your friends as much.
It's more like a job. But anyways, I will go back to the goblin, I suppose.
All right. Crow's snoozing away. Sorry.
I go to bed.
Okay.
Boring.
Sorry that you showed up at an alchemist house at 4 a.m. and wanted to do shit.
I want to craft.
Sorry.
Don't you have a crafting table?
No, they haven't made me one yet.
I thought Saul was on that.
He said he was gonna. I ain't heard word about it. But I come back to the place and see him conked out, and
If you wake Crow up, he might help you build
maybe
a crafting
I just
table.
conk out for the night. That'll cause a level up.
Yup. You'd all would wake up next day leveled up. You guys want to talk about what you get at level 2?
Sure.
You want to start, Crow?
Sure.
All right, Crow, tell us some fun things that an Inquisitor gets at level 2.
So, level 2, I guess I'll start with some of my new special abilities, or traits rather. One new trait that I've chosen is Killer. I'll just read the flavor text quick. You made your first kill at a very young age and found the task of war or murder to your liking. You either take particular pride in a well-placed blow or vile pleasure in such a strike as you twist the blade to maximize the pain. You deal additional damage equal to your weapon's critical hit modifier when you score a successful critical hit with a weapon. The additional damage is added to the final total and is not multiplied by the critical hit multiplier itself.
Yeah, we gave him a second trait because I didn't give him one to begin with, so we added a second one in.
Oh yeah, I guess I wasn't with my level 2.
Mm-hmm.
But nonetheless, I have gained another level 1 spell, and I have chosen the spell Barbed Chains. I summon a chain from another realm, causing it to burst out from the ground and strike a target within the spell's range. And I can either have the chain make a melee attack or attempt to trip a combat maneuver against the target.
Oh, that's cool. That's going to come in handy all the time.
Yeah, I can only use it once per day, but that's still a lot. And then I put ranks in a lot of my knowledges. I put a rank in climb, and as well as diplomacy. I thought maybe Crow he's kind of learning to be a little bit more diplomatic, not always a raging dick. Yeah, and then I just got a couple other abilities that buff my initiative.
Level 2, you get to add your wisdom modifier to your initiative.
Which is +4. My wisdom is my best.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, other than that, he's just he's gearing up. He's more ready to fight now.
What does an investigator get at level 2 there, Eli?
Well, I started giving a shit about poison.
Nice.
Started thinking about, rather than just the extracts that I used to buff me or my opponents, that maybe there's more in the poison sense of causing long-lasting effects, short-lasting effects. Other than that, I pretty much did a little work around the town, learning how to jump around. So I got jump as a level 1 extract.
Nice.
Where I can, add some shit to my acrobatics. Other than that, I've found a lot of inspiration from Elyon and Crow recently to start studying more into the religion and local side of my knowledge. Rather than worrying more about drugs, I'm starting to worry a little bit more about the lore of the town and maybe where all of this stems from to start. Other than that, I'm pretty much just amping to start using different type of extracts for battle, because Dayne hasn't experienced too much in the battle sense.
Okay. Neat. What about you, Michael? What does this level 2 sorcerer get?
Not a whole lot, but I did get a few things that are helpful. So I got a +1 to my will save and a +1 to my base attack bonus.
Okay.
I put 2 points into perception and 1 into each of, kind of in line with what Elyon's been up to lately, my arcana, my appraisal, and my intimidate.
Interesting.
Let's see, what else did I get? I have one more level 1 spell per day, but I didn't gain any new spells. Although, order of business, I've been using the spell Burning Hands kind of a lot as my primary spell, but I realized that that's actually something I'll get through my bloodline at level 3. And so we had talked about, me and GM Allard, about switching that out for Burning Sands. So from here on out, I'm going to have Burning Sands instead of Burning Hands.
Yes. And this came up you had that one in the first episode.
Yep.
And then it went away for Burning Hands, and it was mostly a character sheet kind of misprint that showed Burning Hands instead of Burning Sands after we had switched it and fixed your character sheet, and it wasn't actually fixed. But now.
Yep. Now that we looked at it, we got it all in order, and my character sheet should be as accurate as it should be.
Neato.
Oh, I did pick up a 0 level spell. I picked up Flare.
Wait. So is that like dazzling people?
Yep, it'll dazzle creatures for 1 minute unless it succeeds on its fortitude save. Yeah, just a little something to help us out in some combats.
Hell yeah. And after leveling up, you guys would wake up. To the day. Elyon took fatigue. Do you remember what that is? You need me to remind you?
Nope, I remember.
Okay. Yeah, so it's like
I'm fatigued because I slipped out a little early and I got to the goblin earlier than normal. Still dark outside. I grabbed my things and I left the house and I went to the gob.
And you'd maybe walk up to the room and wake up Dayne and Crow.
Upon waking up,
wake Dayne up first.
To Elyon waking me up. It's morning time.
I kind of my voice is hushed a little bit. How is Crow doing?
It's been rough on him, but I think with the coming plans, he's gonna feel a lot better. We need to do some prep, but in that sense, I have to craft some items for today, and then I will meet you downstairs for work.
Sounds good. I'll get Crow up and get things ready. Crow, good morning.
Morning, Elyon.
Ready to start your big day?
I'm ready to slash a bitch.
Yes, I will help slash bitches.
But I'll guard the door for now.
Okay, that's a good plan.
Can I be prepping some items in the corner for the morning?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna look through my shit and see what I want to craft.
Okay. Okay.
Where is Sam at?
Sam, you might find her down in
Where's Sam?
in the gambling hall.
I'm gonna give her a little good morning hug.
Oh, morning, Crow. How are you doing?
Hello, I'm getting better.
Getting better. It gets better with every day. I mean, I don't know because I never lost my mom personally, but I assume.
Thank you for your comfort last night. I really needed it.
Yeah, no problem, Crow.
I think Crow's maybe developing a crush.
Aw.
He doesn't normally like elves apart from these two. Mainly because of the judgment that he receives from them, but these two are very open with him and seem to be I'm referring to Sam and Elyon.
Gotcha.
So he's taken a little crush to Sam. He doesn't really crush on Elyon because he values her friendship too much.
Mm-hmm. As you'd come down, you'd see some people at the door struggling to carry in big boxes of stuff.
Hey, what you got there, fellas?
Hey, we're just delivering here this, I think, alchemy set, some crafting stuff, bunch of ingredients in that box. This houses most of the table, blah, 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 whatnot, some Erlenmeyer flasks, some other things, yeah.
Wonderful. Let me take that from you. I know who will be excited about this.
Yeah. If you'd help, we're told to just bring it right upstairs.
Well, I'll take it from here, boys.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you very much.
You have a good day.
Yeah, you too.
I'm gonna take all this up to Dayne.
All right, takes you a couple loads to carry all these boxes. Dayne, as you're doing some
What are all these boxes?
preemptive, yeah.
This is your alchemy table, good sir.
Wait, really? Would is Elyon around somewhere, Crow?
You still in the room, Elyon?
Should be.
I'm
I think she went downstairs.
prepping.
She was downstairs. Let me go get her.
All right.
It grabs me and I come up.
All right. Elyon, would you mind maybe giving me a hand so this doesn't take near as long? I know you build shit well.
Yeah, no problem. I can.
Let's whip up this table
yeah,
so
let's
I can
do it.
craft today. Stoked. We build a table.
I pull out way too many tools.
we build like a
I
mother.
will leave you to this. I am gonna go man the door.
We're both stoked on building
Elyon
this.
lights up a blowtorch. All right, where do you need me?
Well, it's just wood.
Don't light anything on fire.
Put your burning hands away.
I got 16 plus on building this table here,
Yeah,
11.
you set things up together.
plus a bunch.
Yeah, she aids you. As you guys set up this table, it takes a couple hours to set up a table and all the accoutrement.
It takes a couple hours.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
complicated.
Fuck,
Oh my
dude.
goodness.
And setting everything up nicely and organizing all the ingredients.
Does that
and
mean I'm
stuff.
late for work again?
This counts as your work.
But now you don't need to rely
Like,
on.
fuck, why am I always late to work? Because of work.
Yeah,
You don't have to rely on Sharafa.
Yeah, and you will have a
Sphyrna.
+2 to craft here.
Or Sphyrna, sorry.
At,
I know.
at this table.
Sphyrna, Sharafa, there's another girl with too.
Sasha?
Sasha, that's why. I was like, Sasha, Sphyrna, and Sharafa.
I like
so
S's.
much S. All right.
I've only made up 2 of those 3 names.
Yeah, then I want to take the first part, building this happily. I'll use as much time as I can
You can
to...
devote as much time as you want to it.
I mean to get the drugs for the goblin today, but I did tell Lixie we were splitting early to go practice. Do you want that to nix the time I have with building this table, also nix the time against how much I'm going to produce today?
We'll say that you have enough
4
time
rolls, 3 rolls?
with all that in mind for 2.
2 rolls.
Yes.
Okay. Can I use... My morning was spent prepping True Strike and Crafter's Fortune.
Okay.
Can I use my Crafter's Fortune to possibly exceed what the 2 rolls was going to be?
Is Crafter's Fortune, does that give you a bonus to just 1 check, or does it give you...
It's to a single of my craft checks.
Okay, just 1 check, it's not a timed thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I do 1 as a normal check, 1 as my fortune check, and see if I maybe produce a little more than the 2 would originally produce?
Yeah, we'll see how high
Okay,
you roll.
we'll see what happens. In my first check for the day, we're not looking good. This one's just gonna be a 13. Doesn't make
Yeah, you burn
I'm
some
getting
cash.
used to this new alchemical setup here. The second one's gonna have my fortune to it, and that one's 29.
Ooh, yeah, you make a second dose with
Okay,
that
so
roll.
we'll say we got 2 doses from the one.
Yeah.
This one's gonna be all night since we stocked up on Pesh.
Okay.
So we'll have 2 all night for
Yep.
the store.
Yep.
Reaping how much for us?
150, quarter of 150 is what, like
37 and a half. So 37 and a half for us to split roughly.
37.
Okay. So we have 37 GP to split. I have it all written down
Yeah,
for these
and
past
you
2
guys
days.
would have been paid out 10 GP for your last night's work as well.
Solid.
That's what I had to accomplish until I decide to split early with Lixie.
Okay. You would split early with Lixie. Elyon, make me your diplomacy check. What are you doing today?
Wherever they need me, back behind the bar.
You can bartend, you can waitress, or you can craft stuff.
Yeah, craft stuff.
What would you like to craft?
What does the Golden Goblin need?
I mean, general repairs around the place would be fine. If you have something in specific that you have an idea of making, you could go for that, or advertisements, I suppose.
I'll do general repairs around the place. Focusing on the exterior. I'm working a lot
Okay.
outside.
Nice. Make it look approachable.
Exactly. Ooh, I'm not feeling very on today. Got a lot on my mind. I'm fatigued. 10.
10? All right. Crow, give me your intimidate check for the doors. You're bad.
He's had a real lot on his mind.
Yeah.
Like, Elyon has a lot, but he has a real lot.
My dad's just leaving. His mom's
Leaving.
Yeah, I'm
leaving.
still not very intimidating. 4.
Yeah, you would maybe see a couple people walk in, obviously having weapons, and they would even wait for you to, like, they would walk past you before you even get a chance to say anything. They're past you now. What do you try and stop them after that?
Softest orc.
Yeah, I should at least make an attempt to stop him. Hey, fellas, no weapons in the hall.
What hall?
The hall you just walked into.
All right, well, I'm gonna go get a drink. I'll see you later.
Come back here, please.
They walk in farther.
I'm gonna grab at least one of them.
All right, make me a CMB.
17.
All right, you grab one guy. The other guy walks into the crowd and you lose him, but you have one guy by the back of his clothes.
Give me your weapon.
And he gives you his weapon.
Did I see what the other guy looked like? Would I be able to find him?
He probably blends into the crowd pretty nicely at this point.
One's not bad.
Sure. You can
Take his weapon, put it in the bucket.
go back to your daily business. Elyon, what do you imagine that you would fix on the outside of a casino?
Oh, I'm fixing like door handles, and I'm going around. Maybe I'm scraping some broken pieces off the side. Like if there's any weather damage, I'm just repairing some of that.
Okay. Yeah, maybe as you would get to one doorknob, it would kind of completely fall apart, and it would take you an extra amount of time to put that back together as things are going down. It's actually the bathroom, so one bathroom's out of order for a little while, and you have some patrons kind of getting grumpy at you, like, I gotta pee, blah, blah, blah.
I'm taking probably more time on it than I should, but I'm making it
Yeah.
just right.
Eventually you get it going, but you have a couple of fumbles in there. Dayne, you leave early to go hang out with Lixie.
Yeah, we had split early. What's her job if she can leave early?
She runs the golem table.
That's what I thought.
So she just kind of leaves the golem table
The
without
table's
much of a
not
thought.
popping, kind of just like, it's about the time that we should split.
It's just busy enough, but she's like, yeah, I'm gonna leave now, and then leaves.
All right. Is that detrimental?
I don't know.
All right.
You don't
Well,
know.
we leave. I just want to take her out back to the swamp area, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where the Kuda was fought.
Yep, just along the banks of the Velashu River.
I would like to go back there and maybe set up a target, some bottles, some wood target of some sort. Just a little bit of a makeshift range.
Okay.
When I set up this range, is there a way that I can set it up in a point that there's not a vantage from the casino where we won't get caught? Is there like a place out of sight? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then out of sight and safekeepings, I feel safe to practice. Could we devote half hour or so to just practicing and getting our range up. I personally would like to flaunt around a bit and practice some of my bow, etc., because I don't get the chance to do so often.
Yeah, roll me an attack.
Just an attack?
Yeah, roll me an attack roll to see how your practice goes.
A single attack? Oh, that's not very good. 8. But
yeah, your practice doesn't go very well this time. You're distracted by Lixie just showing you up with
the
her
other,
knife throws.
The other, okay, if that's the case, that's the way it's going, right?
Yeah.
My other prepped one for today is going to be True Strike.
Okay.
Maybe once things start getting competitive, she starts mopping me up a bit with her 8 daggers.
Yeah.
I'd like to take a big ol' step back to separate me and the target, and I'm going to use a True Strike to take one of her daggers and throw it at the target.
All right, so she goes, all right, Dane, you're not very good at this whole accuracy thing.
Well, maybe it's your daggers.
Maybe. I mean, tell you what, 5 gold, you can't hit the bullseye right now with one of my daggers.
A date later says you can't, or says I will.
Deal.
Whips it. With my True Strike, oh god, I needed that True Strike, Jesus.
Plus 20.
Yeah. 26.
Yep, you hit that bullseye.
26, I bullseye it.
Where was that the rest of the practice?
Look, it takes a little bit of inspiration.
I inspire you, is that what you're saying?
You are an inspiration, Lixie. You majestic son of a bitch.
She kisses you on the cheek.
Yeah. Fist pump. Fist pump.
You punch her in the face.
No. Fist pump. I
hit her just
I play
right.
it calm, cool, and casual. Retrieve our daggers and say, well, what do you think? We should probably get back to work before we get caught, huh?
Yeah, I suppose.
It's been fun.
It has been fun, Dane. I enjoy our time together. Just don't talk to that Sam girl so much.
Look, I think Crow's got the feels. I just get a little triggered with some magic, you know what I mean?
No, I don't know what you mean.
Magic gets me hot and heavy. All right.
Oh, so I can't get you hot and heavy?
Daggers get me hot and heavier.
Okay, fine. Fine.
Fine.
Give me a diplomacy check.
Yeah. My diplomacy is 19.
All right. It seems to go over well. Perfect.
You smooth talking mother.
Smooth talking, dagger throwing.
Smooth, brother.
Smooth.
Yeah, maybe near the end of the night, eventually Saul would wrangle you guys all together. Elyon, will you wrangle everybody up and have a meet up in my office?
You got it, Saul.
I'm just at the bar, so you find me easy.
I wrangle you easily.
Oh, hey, brother.
Hey, Saul wants us to go do a little chat.
I like chatting.
All right.
Where's Crow?
I'm going to find him right now.
Crow's at the door.
Hey, Crow.
Hey,
We're having a meeting.
okay.
I head up to Saul's.
Sam, Lixie, I get both of them.
Oh, sure.
Are they?
Sure.
All right, I get Sam and Lixie.
Oh, you got a bigger crew than I expected. That's fine. So I just wanted to touch base on you guys with the whole Crockbar situation. How's your planning going? Do we have anything to worry about anytime soon?
Well, we're getting prepared to do a strike, but we're still trying to get more reconnaissance going on so that we can figure out exactly what we're stepping into.
Fair. Yeah, I have 3 guards lined up, ready to go with you when you guys need it. Yeah, you can. Don't necessarily. I think this is gonna bring in some good profits if you guys are able to take out one of our. I mean, he's not necessarily a business rival, but a power rival in this city of ours. It might help spread our reach a little bit, and then you know how that goes. It's always good to get a competitor out of the waters. So yeah, I have 3 people set up, and they're ready to go when you guys are ready. You can. Don't worry about your shifts as much as you have been. You guys have been working well. You've been dedicated employees, and I've been grateful for that. Let's take this back into your kind of junior junior partner kind of aspects, and let's run this as kind of a special mission. So you guys focus yourselves on getting this done.
Am I being demoted?
No, you're not demoted. I guess technically you'd be promoted.
This is a bigger priority to you than the income.
I think that it'll ultimately pay out even better than just a day's work.
I shoot a smirk over. All right.
Crow's ready to get it.
I I believe you, Crow.
Tomorrow's shift, then,
My adoptive
Saul.
son.
Tomorrow's shift, I'm gonna need to spend my day doing my last-minute reconnaissance, as we were talking. I will not be here for the shift tomorrow.
Okay.
I need my last-second intel. I do have a plan for taking him down, but we might have to do some irreversible damage that might cause.
Do it.
Okay.
You have my blessing.
Saul, I was gonna ask. They've clearly already seen me and know who I am at the temple. You got any costumes or disguises to make an orc not look so orky?
Got sexy succubi outfits.
Yeah, you want to be a sexy succubi?
You got anything a little more my speed?
We could probably cobble together something. I have a friend who's pretty good at disguises. I'll give him a call and see if he can help us out.
The tailor.
The tailor, Tom the tailor.
It was Tom, wasn't it? Tom the tailor.
Yes.
Well, let me know
Tailor
what
Tom.
Tom says.
Yes, he has a way with disguises, almost an unnatural proclivity for them.
Do you trust this fella?
Tom's a good cat. Tell you what, he can make a good suit. He can be discreet. He's not much for gossip. He's a good guy in my book.
Well, meow.
That's all really I had to tell you guys. You have anything else you need from me?
We'll let you know when we need the guards. Other than that,
Yes, they're on call.
stay posted.
What are these ladies with you doing? Are they a part of this?
These are
this
your workers.
discussion? Well, yes, but like this was kind of a junior partner meeting. But are they in on this conversation that we've talked about so far?
As of right now, yes, it looks like we've found a lot of good help. You've been hiring the, let's just say, right people there, Saul.
All right. And he winks at each of you individually. Winks.
That's a lot of winks.
Winks. Winks. Winks. Winks.
Nice. We all feel special, but
Good.
included.
Oh, by the way, have you guys seen Laura around lately? I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him today.
You haven't seen Laura?
Ah.
Oh, man. I
No,
mean, he was
I haven't.
covering our shifts last, so maybe he needed a day off.
Yeah.
He's probably just
Last I
just,
saw of him, he gave me a very terrifying note.
Oh, well, I'm sorry he had to be the bearer of bad news, but he's a good guy. He's a very
No,
good
I
guy.
don't. I do not blame Lauer one bit.
Okay.
Just haven't seen him.
You guys are free to go.
Thank you, Saul.
Thank you, Crow.
So when we leave Saul's room, I beckon Elyon and Crow to the bar so we can discuss the matters that are going to happen.
Okay.
With you two gathered here, I personally have a request that tomorrow you let me stake out alone and see what we have coming in and coming out of the mission. If we see him leave, if we see him get deliveries, from where they're coming from, what they are, what amounts, etc. Because if we can get what he does into a formula and when he does it, then we know when we can strike with what, how many, etc. For example, if he gets food delivered every day, we can toxin the food. If he gets people coming by the mission, we can put in a rogue that can get us the first step in. If we have, mercenaries come by for work, we can get an inside man that brings us info. But I feel like if we just run in there with guns and swords ablazing, that's not gonna end well in the prettiest situation. However, if we can poison or otherwise detriment his situation before we go in, may be advantageous.
Sounds like some of your tactics are garnering a little too much trust in their community. That could take way too long.
And as you're discussing the possibility of poisoning their foods, you guys would remember the soup that was being doled out to everybody in the building.
Mm-hmm. I remember. Oh, I remember.
How do you know that's not just going to hurt the already
Well, that's why I don't want to hurt the patrons.
We don't know if he's eating that slop.
Exactly. I don't want to hurt the patrons. I want to hurt his drink. When he came in that one night, I don't feel like he's going to be coming in again, but that type of setup was phenomenal for if he was here getting something into his drink, and something as easy as that. Whereas when he's on his own turf, it's a lot harder.
He hasn't been here. That was Clegg. That was Clegg Zincher.
We haven't even seen him.
Yeah.
We haven't seen his face or
I've
anything.
seen him.
Yeah, oh, yes, you saw him face to face.
Different guy.
Why am I thinking of Zincher?
He brought the snake.
Yeah, Zincher brought the snake. And
He's a different
is that
worry.
Is that 100% unrelated to the mom thing?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Zincher is a whole different guy. Whole different story.
I felt like there was a connect.
Nope.
Then you'll have to ignore the last 10 minutes. Go ahead.
Of everything.
Yeah, I mean, I've been talking about a plan that was going to involve poisoning him, but we've never seen the guy, so I don't know. Never mind.
Well, the poison plan could still work.
I
possibly.
don't know where I don't hardly know.
I just think there's too much possibility that you'll hurt people that don't need to be hurt.
Very true.
And I think we don't necessarily need to run in guns a-blazing, but if we run in...
I think the same thing about sword fights. People are going to get hurt real bad.
If we run in kind of like you guys did similarly the other night where you pretended to be hurt patrons, if our whole gaggle of people walked in that way, we could catch them off guard.
Very true. They're probably going to be spread out throughout the building, and we could maybe go in and, with 8 of us, take them down 1 or 2 at a time. It'd be pretty easy.
8 sickly people walking in is a little weird. Maybe if we...
Well, we could walk in 1 by 1.
Let's say maybe if throughout the night we kind of slowly fill up the place until we make a move. Because if we have 8 people semi-armed walk in...
So long as we can get all of our gear inside.
So you're gonna have to haul. You're gonna have to hide a lot of arms. My shit's really concealable. A giant axe is not.
Is this? Do we
Felch
know?
is not an axe.
It's a sword.
Perhaps, maybe, I don't have knowledge local, but do we know if he has other safe houses throughout the city? This is the only one that we've scoped out.
I think that Saul might have mentioned that he does operate out of a couple different little shelters. Not like homeless shelters, but couple different just kind of secret bases. But this is the one that he's been at lately.
We need to make sure to strike when he's there.
Like the recon team confirmed that he's been there.
We just need to know when he's there, when he's unguarded, etc.
I can agree, Dayne, if you want to take 1 more day to try and figure out his movements and the time that he's there, and perhaps we could try and catch them when they're sleeping. And then the day after, we move. Crow?
Let me see what I can find tomorrow. And by the end of our shift tomorrow, I will have news for you. And if our news proves unfruitful, we carry forward with our plan. Okay?
You got
I
one
agree.
more day before I go rogue.
All right. I
See how that
cheers to
goes.
that. Cheers.
Cheers to one more day.
It's late night now, right? It's like
Yeah.
3, 4.
Yeah. It's a late night again.
All right. Well, is everybody staying here tonight?
I'm staying here.
Dayne?
Yeah.
Sam? Lixie?
They've left. I'm
Did they
sure.
Yeah,
leave?
Lixie and Sam didn't follow you guys to the bar.
Yeah, they pieced. We were talking.
Yeah.
I passed the hell out.
You guys go Betty bye. As you sleep. You sleep.
All right.
Good.
Damn.
Just what I wanted.
Mm-hmm. It's really the best case scenario.
That's what I beckoned for.
You guys wake up the next morning, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. No one's fatigued.
Bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. The minimal amount of hours it took me to sleep, I want to be fully rested.
Yeah.
But the minute I wake up, prep and go to the place. Let me find out what I prep.
Sure.
But I want to head over to the mission ASAP.
Okay. Yeah, you guys can do your daily duties, but you're not as held to them as you have previously perceived.
I'm gonna see if Saul's in his office.
You will go to knock on his door.
Knock, knock, knock.
He's there. Yes? Crow, what can I do for you?
Morning, Saul. Sorry to bug you so early.
it's all
did
right.
you happen to come in contact with Tom at all?
No, I went to bed last night.
I
I
forgot
was
it
going
was
to talk.
late.
Yep, I was going to talk to him today.
All right. Well, I will poke back a little later.
Okay.
We're wanting to maybe go through with our mission a little sooner than expected. So,
Yeah, I'll get him on board.
love you, Saul. Thank you.
No problem, Crow. Don't worry about it.
Okay, Crow posts up at the door.
Neat.
Do you want me to make some checks?
Yeah, you can make a check. Actually, today, Bojask, not Horseman, he grabs you and goes, Crow, will you come with me down to the fighting pits? I think I could use your help tonight.
Oh, sure thing.
Let's go. And so tonight, instead of waiting at the door, talking to people coming in and preventing them from bringing weapons and stuff, you would go and you would oversee the fighting pits. And I mean, tonight they're doing kind of beast battles, so you don't have to be involved as much, but you just have to make sure things don't get out of hand. If something weird happens, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any checks involved with that, or just
I'll carry over that one that you just rolled.
is for what am I checking?
You can still do an intimidate check.
That'd be a 21.
Yeah, that's enough to keep things handled. As you're keeping things handled, you see crowds cheer as two mangy dogs go at each other, fighting, rah, bloody mess. Eventually, maybe there would be a bare knuckle brawl that happens later on as like the final event, blah, something like that. Elyon, what do you want to do today?
Elyon's gonna work for a few hours,
Okay.
and then she's gonna dip out. She's gonna walk down to the Cipher Gate.
Okay.
Well, what's it looking like down there? What's the scene?
At the Cipher Gate?
Yeah,
The Cipher Gate.
there's still like a
Looming
million
large.
dead birds.
Yeah, looming large over the harbor, the entrance of the harbor. You'd see maybe some dried blood still on the Cipher Gate. You'd see carcasses near the water. A lot have washed up onto the shore and stuff like that. A lot of dead birds.
Interesting. She casts a spark near it.
Okay, that happens.
Okay, is that aura, that magical essence, that purple?
No, that does not show up again.
Curious and curiouser. She's gonna nowhere in mind. She's just kind of wandering the city, trying to get her thoughts in order.
Okay, it's kind of aimlessly wandering, thinking and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, Dayne, what are you up to?
Without speaking to anyone from the place, I want to head down to the mission.
Okay.
Post up in a place where I'm not seen.
Did you disguise yourself this time around?
To the sense of I look like a pedestrian. I don't look like I did last time because I had a different outfit last time.
Okay.
That was more homeless.
Yeah. You don't want to roll a disguise check?
Sure, I'll disguise. How do I want to disguise?
You tell me.
Probably as just another man. I don't know. Maybe I should go for more of a. You said we're in between two buildings here at the mission.
Yeah, it's kind of in the slummy area.
I'll take my inspiration from a passerby of the low-life variety in the town.
Yeah,
As I
basically
get
just
there.
tattered clothes and looking dirty.
Perfect. Looks good. I'm gonna disguise myself as a homeless. Yeah, let's go 16.
16?
Yeah.
Okay.
My entire preparation for the day was 2 of the heightened awareness extract.
Okay.
So I'm using both of them and 2 points from my inspiration pool
Okay.
for the pluses on perception and knowledge for the day. Do you want to give me pretty much what I learned? Do you want to do 4 checks? Do you want to do, how do you want to do the checking part of it? But either way, I put on a bunch of boosts to help me do these checks for the day.
Okay.
Should I percept? Should I knowledge locals? I want to find out who's bringing him what, if anyone's bringing him anything, if he leaves.
Does a perception check suit what you're looking for at this point?
Perception would.
Okay. Give me that perception check.
Perception's a good start. If it comes to a knowledge, that'd be nice. 20
Okay.
for my perception, 20.
just some things of note as you would kind of just be walking around the first floor of this building. You would see some sort of almost a guy the stature of Crow, a bulky kind of warrior-looking guy, but he's definitely very downtrodden and sits in a small cart and doesn't have any legs. You see, there's an orphan girl who kind of looks scared. She has a doll with one arm.
Okay.
You see that Father Padrick guy walking around, kind of helping people out, bestowing blessings, channeling positive energy here and there. He's followed by a younger man, not a boy anymore, but definitely just helping this older man out with these things.
Mm-hmm. An apprentice, you'd say?
Mm-hmm. You would see a couple people who are definitely not just the downtrodden type sort, just kind of hanging out, talking to
Funnel
themselves.
in and out? Oh,
Yep.
Just chilling in there?
Talking at a table. They might say something about something they stole out of somebody's house, that kind of thing.
Not your average down on the luck.
Yep. You would see a girl wrapped in a dull yellow blanket. She looks very tired. She has bruised cheeks, sitting in the pews, praying. And that same fella that tried to rouse Elyon from her sleep would be milling about, talking about how he's the savior. I'm coming here. Just kind of whispering to himself.
I'm a man from another level.
If at any time do you make eye contact with him?
I don't interact with anyone. My goal was to lay low and recon.
Okay. You would also see people funneling into the
I was assuming I was
area.
outside, so what I'm
Oh, so you haven't gone inside yet?
so what I'm
Oh.
assuming is that
Well.
these are people I've seen enter or leave.
I assume that you had gone inside. My bad.
I feel like being inside isn't stealthy.
So you don't want to go inside to check these things out.
I was more perceiving the people coming in and out,
Okay.
but by the people coming in and out seems like these people.
Yeah, you see not necessarily the exact people that I described before, but similar of the downtrodden. And
But the fact that I saw some not so downtrodden enter.
Yep, and they wouldn't enter the front door. They would go in one of the side doors here that are flanking the main door.
Mm-hmm. Everyone else seems like they're coming for help or needed help.
Mm-hmm. Maybe as somebody opened the door, you'd hear the name Mumsy thrown around. The word cat blind. Make me knowledge local on cat blind.
Yep, sounds good. Mumsy, cat blind. We got an 11.
An 11? What'd you roll? Fucking 1?
2.
Damn.
And so I was like, I don't. We didn't use my inspiration. One of my points of inspiration, we could use that as the knowledge point.
Yeah, I assume that you're carrying that kind of thing over.
Oh, well, I wasn't because there's 2. Like, I can use inspiration 5 times a day.
Yeah, use one. Well,
But I can use it on this knowledge check if that's going to be for a word. I think he would kind of.
just because I assumed you're going to use it.
Fucking Christ.
So 12?
Yeah.
You might... Cat blind sounds familiar to you. You're not 100% sure what it is. You think that it could be some
Do
sort
I
of
have an idea of where I've
beverage.
heard it?
It's kind of dealt in kind of the...
I maybe think it's a
it's
drug.
it's a low level, maybe a
drug or a
drug of
drink.
some sort.
It's a substance?
Yeah, it's a substance of some sort. Definitely not a designer thing of sorts. You think that you've maybe heard it dealt around in kind of lower income districts.
Do I
to
hear
people.
any names, any places, any businesses name dropped?
You would hear the names, maybe here and there, a name of somebody that Saul told to you during the recon. Maybe Bad Eye, Brandy, Garcefield. You might hear mumblings of some creepy-looking guys in there. Like, I don't know, I don't trust that guy and these guys in there. Their arms are too long or something. I don't know. They seem pale, sickly. I don't know.
Okay. Just a good amount of ramblings from the locals is exactly what I was looking for. That's the intel I got of people going into first floor. Any windows open second floor? What do I get second floor throughout my entire day of posting up? Morning to night. What do I see second floor?
If you are at the front of the building, you don't see much.
We can say I rotate around all day.
Okay. If you want to circle it, there are only windows on the front for the second floor. For the front side, the north side, the front side is west, and the south side. There would be, you might catch a glimpse of somebody looking out a window on the first floor, or I mean the second floor on the front, the west side. There seems to be more consistent light coming from the room in the north. Did I say west before? The front is
West
north.
is north, or west is front.
I meant east is
North.
front. My bad.
Now it's east?
Yeah, east is front. It's over here.
So there's no windows on which side?
There's no windows on the west side. That is pretty much dominated by the chapel. The chapel takes up kind of the first and second floor of the west side. So in the northeast corner, you would see more light activity, I guess, from
And so the north side is where I saw the girl in the window?
the west side. You see a face in the window,
Okay.
not necessarily a girl.
No west side windows.
No west side windows, because if you look in the west side windows, it's all just the chapel.
And you just said the girl looked at me through the west side window? Which window?
No girl. You see a face
A face.
in the east side,
East side.
the front of the building, the entrance side.
Just because you want girls to look at you doesn't mean they do.
Yeah.
You're right. I just heard girl in the window.
You heard face in the window. I never said girl.
East side face. And then you said there's more light usually coming from
The northeast corner room in the second floor.
Okay.
And I don't know if Crow described where he was taken.
Not really. Not a whole lot.
He will when we gather tonight.
He pretty much showed up in a room, though. I mean, to be fair, some people beat his ass, tied him, and threw him in a room.
I think I was pretty
Yeah,
No, I was unconscious.
Not when you were being tied up and just sat down in a chair.
Oh. I could have swore it was beat him, blackout, shows up, blacks out. But
Well, we cut.
nice.
The cut is not a
Nice.
blackout.
Ooh. It's just unknown to us and the viewer.
Yeah. But Crow will have a little bit of knowledge for you guys
Okay.
there.
Shit. Reconnaissance wise, what do you want to know, Elyon, Crow?
You maybe see a number of birds kind of coming in and out of the area.
That balcony's pretty lit.
Yeah, that is on the west side, the top of the cathedral area. There is a balcony. You might catch an old man releasing birds.
Okay.
Not Father Padwick, whatever his name is. Rick.
Yeah, whatever information. Movements seem like the most important thing to figure out when they're there.
Sounds like you're getting a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna roll a quick percentile here. You catch a glimpse of a split-faced man re-enter the building near the
Back
end
door.
of your watch.
Back door.
Well, front door, but this one of the side entrances to that front.
Might be him.
Actually,
What
you probably
time?
had it covered up. Yeah, whatever. Near the end of your watch, how long do you want to stay there?
Till a little bit after dark.
Okay, yeah. As
Nine.
dark approaches, you would see him, this person, maybe with a couple other people, enter in one of the side doors of the front. It's hard to describe this, but the front door is flanked by two other doors that are perpendicular to the front doors, and they would go somewhere else.
How many
besides the
others
front.
with him?
One and a group of kids.
Ooh. With my information, I stealthily retreat back to the goblin.
Cool. You would meet up with Crow and Elyon as they're
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
finishing up their shift. Well, Elyon, wait, did you say you're doing something? You were walking around town, Elyon.
Yeah, I'm out walking around.
All right. What are you doing when you're walking around besides thinking?
I'm thinking at some point in the day, I go and I find maybe a tree stump or whatever, and I'm practicing my crossbow.
Okay.
I'm just shooting away. shooting some steam off.
All right. As you are doing that, you might be approached by an elven man. Tattoos on his arm. You're not a bad shot over there, huh?
Thank you. I try to keep my practice up.
Yeah, that's a good thing to do. I felt like I had to break the ice. I don't see too many elves around this town.
No, and have I seen him before?
Make a percentile check.
Oh, it's a local.
No, it's not.
Bite me.
74.
74. You want to say he kind of looks familiar, but you can't place it. Maybe you saw him at the Golden Goblin. You're not really sure.
And I'm not sure that I've seen you around.
Yeah, I've kind of been in and out of town recently.
Ah. Well, my name's Elyon.
And his name is. They call me Quava. And I have a picture of him for you.
Quava.
Quava.
Quavo.
Quavo. Honcho.
He looks as such. Some leather armor, almost a spiraling type tattoo, tribal-ish tattoo on his arm. He doesn't have his falcon with him.
Does he have the bow with him?
Yeah, he has the bow with him.
Well, I see you're a practicer of the ranged art yourself.
Yeah, I fancy myself a bit of a ranger.
Care to take a few shots?
Definitely. You wanna put some money on it? Best 2 out of 3?
All right, I can take that bet.
Tell you what, 5 gold, and 5 gold, best 2 out of 3. Whoever hits the target most accurately wins.
Let's do it. I'll go first.
Be my guest.
How do you want me to do this?
3 shots.
We're just gonna say you're attacking a target. Whoever has the highest attack rolls out of the 3 wins.
Do I add my bonuses and everything?
Yep.
All right.
Got any bonuses on your bow there?
I got a couple of them, so I'm gonna two-handed get my maximum.
Nice.
Step up, really take some careful aim. 16.
16.
16 on my first shot.
15 with a +8 is 23 on his first shot.
Ooh, okay. That's pretty good.
Not bad for a first shot. Let's see
Dude's
what
not
happens.
messing around.
Not bad yourself.
Roll again, my friend.
All right. 12. No, 8.
He gets a 12. 4 on the die. +8 is 12. Whew. You could have had me with that one. Getting a little inaccurate.
Close one. Well, that's 2. Did he win?
I think that means I win. You want to see what would happen with the final shot?
Well shot.
Double or nothing. One more shot.
Yeah, I can tell a master like yourself is beyond my years. But I'll take the shot with you for fun to see what happens.
Just drop my die. Yeah, let's see what happens.
I got a 21 on my last.
You got a 22.
Oh my
Nice.
goodness.
Yikes.
Comes in and then he splits your arrow.
Well shot, friend.
Damn.
You said you're from here?
I'm from the area. In and out of town as of recently.
How do you find living with mortals?
Well, I tend to live more out in the wilderness, but I tend to stick around, or I tend to avoid direct contact with most of the people in Riddleport, to be honest.
And why is that?
I just don't really care for them all that much. Well, a sense motive. Or unless you don't want to.
Ooh, I do with a nat 20.
You would tell
it's
that he's
+2.
not being forthcoming about everything.
Sure.
Is this happening in the front of the building?
This is
The
somewhere
front of the
else
Golden
This is
Goblin?
just
Oh, I'm in the
kinda-
front.
This is just kind of somewhere random.
in town.
I imagine we're like just outside of town where there's a clearing. Maybe people go and sit sometimes. It's kind of on like a trail coming in. The caravans might pass it.
Yeah, definitely,
Or sitting at a
definitely.
tree stump. There's
Yeah.
some wooded area around us.
Yeah, you're just outside of the kind of front gates to the city. You can see on the east side, there's a nice trail that splits the mountains that flank the east side of Riddleport. Maybe kind of somewhere, maybe close to where it forks off a little bit, kind of in the trees a little bit.
Oh, that's like exactly what I was picturing. And maybe we have a view of some of the city. We're up in the air a little bit.
Okay, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, it was nice to meet you, Elyon. I hope to see you around again soon.
Yes, I hope to see you as well. I don't get to converse or talk or see many elves in this area, so it really was a pleasure.
Yes, indeed. He would walk back into the woods.
Before he leaves, I let him know. By the way,
Oh, yes?
I work at the Golden Goblin. If you ever want to stop by and chat again, I could pour you a drink of whatever you like.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you, Elyon.
By, what was his name? Quavo?
Quava.
Quava.
It's probably another... No, Quava. Kwava.
Bye, Quava.
Bye, Elyon. He'd walk into the woods, and you'd hear a screech of a falcon circling in the air.
Huh.
Elyon's
Nice
got
bird.
a boyfriend. You should have asked him to join our mission.
I should have. We could use another, especially with his bow.
He's got some real good accuracy.
That guy was bomb.
So you guys are probably converging back on the Golden Goblin at this point?
Mm-hmm.
Can
I don't remember what I was doing.
Can I have any benefit to the fight pits of like studying the fights at all?
First, make me a knowledge nature to see how well you retain the information you learn from watching all this.
17.
17, that's not bad. So, during the course of these fights, not only were kind of mangy-looking stray dogs fighting a couple of bare-knuckle brawlers, they would bring in something called a reef claw that somebody would fight, and eventually someone would bring in another swamp barracuda to fight.
I know what those are.
And watching these keenly, you would gain a +1 to attack and damage against these animals in the future. So these reef claws, they kind of resemble a lobster in the front half of their body, but an eel in the back. So they kind of elongate out into this slithery little form. They have blood red spines that run the length of the creature. They're small, not too big, definitely formidable because of their kind of ferociousness as an attacking thing. This one might be a little bit more on edge since it was probably penned up before going in here. One thing that you would notice that when they were actually finished off, their body would spasm, and one guy actually got hit by just a random kind of spasming claw. And a lot of times they're trying to grab at the ankles of the people that were attacking them to keep them in place while they hit them with their other claw. That's what you would know from those fighting pits.
Good stuff.
It is good stuff. It is good stuff.
The content is here, boys.
Maybe you'd finish up mopping up some blood down there. It's the bottom of the fight pit is sand, I guess, so maybe you wouldn't mop it up as much as shovel out saturated bits. And then Elyon and Dayne would show back up.
Yes. Is Lurur around?
You could try and find him. Roll a perception check.
28.
28? You don't see him around.
Strange. I'll ask Crow and Dayne if they've seen him when I see them.
Lurur, where are you?
You guys can make perception checks if you would like.
I would say
to
Dayne
search.
does want to check around the place, only to see him, not to interact, because I don't personally want to interact with anyone from the Goblin today, knowing that I didn't do the best on my checks this morning. I'm kind of avoidant. I did my small job, turned them in, and trying not to make too much contact with the bosses, because I know I didn't do the hottest.
25 perception. Have I seen Lurur?
Yeah, no, Jesus, 17.
Nobody's seen LaRue today.
Wow.
Okay.
Not a Lurur to be seen. An early call for Dayne. He's going to bed, full rest, full mind.
Cool.
Elyon also. She wants to
I'm sleeping
snooze.
on all the information, not telling anyone.
Are any friends hanging around the bar? Or did Saul ever mention anything about Tom?
He didn't come up to you and expressly tell you about it yet at this point. About Tom or anything.
Any friends hanging around, or is everybody going to Snoozeville?
It's just kind of a midweek kind of day. Everyone's a little bit tired. They wanna crash for the evening.
I suppose I will crash as well. Fight pit's got me tired.
And we have a big day tomorrow. We're making our moves.
We're making moves tomorrow.
Making moves.
Yes.
You guys would go to bed.
Yeah.
And you'd wake up to a knock on your door. And it is Saul. Saul,
Morning, Saul.
like, hey, I got you guys. Tom's here. I wanted you to introduce, and he's gonna be on call for the next couple days until you're ready to move forward with this. If you guys wanna meet meet Tom, or else he'll just kind of be around for a little while as you guys need him.
I know good old Tom. I'm alright without meeting the guy. I kind of ruined one of the suits he gave me.
I need to get acquainted with
pretty
him
bad.
ASAP.
Cool. You wanna go into his office and talk to him?
Yes, please.
I don't remember his voice, but I'm gonna go with this. Hey, welcome to Saul's office. I'm Tom, the tailor. What can I
Hello, Tom.
do for you?
Yeah, a little bit of a revenge mission that we're going on.
I've been filled in on some of the dirty details.
Okay, so you know that they've seen me already. Not trying to hide my size, that's very apparent, but just maybe disguise what or who I am.
Oh, well, don't worry about that, because I do dabble in the clothing wear, but my true talents lie in the mystical arts, the magical arts of disguising oneself. Would you like me to demonstrate?
By all means.
On me?
Yes, I can
not-
demonstrate on you.
I would love that.
Right, and he would rub his hands together, touch your face, start chanting a little bit, and you turn into a mirror image of him. You look like Tom now.
What?
What?
You look like a brown-haired human
my.
male.
Hello, I'm Tom.
That's not quite my voice, but I'll give it to you. You look convincing. Wink.
Thank you, Tom.
I quite like the look, Crow.
Probably won't keep it for very long, but hey, maybe Sam will like it.
So yeah, that'll last 4 hours.
I think we were planning to strike tonight, actually. Could I come back maybe early this evening, get another re-up on my disguise?
You know? Yes, I have a couple more prepared.
Awesome. I don't mind looking like you, but whatever you think will be best.
Fair enough. Well, I can make you look whatever you want. I'll make you look like something completely different before in the future. Should be fine.
I could use a little bit of disguise myself.
Oh, right now? Can burn another spell.
Right now.
Oh,
How
okay.
about tonight? Will
Yeah,
you
I
be
can wait till
around?
tonight. Yeah, I'll stretch out later. Really good.
Wonderful. Thank you, Tom.
Cool. And you guys would leave Saul's office and get kicked out, one of the two.
Dayne's been chilling in the room because he didn't come to meet Tom, because he's met Tom.
Yep.
In that time, this is kind of an over the table, but I would like to discuss with the DM if I take as much time as needed looking at yesterday's notes, what I found from absolutely everything, from who walked in to where and when. If there is something of importance that I think to dwell on, what is the thing? I want to really study what I thought about yesterday. That way when I come to Elyon and Crow here with a plan, it's based on a certain thing. Not like, here's everything I found.
I think you would.
Dayne's thoughts. I think he would have dwelled on the side entry with the others and the kids.
Yep.
The not homeless squad that was chilling there also used a side type door. I'm also concerned about the girl that was in there, abused, you said had black eyes, was crying and praying.
Yeah.
Those are the three things that Dayne pulled importance from. Using that knowledge, can I make a roll for you to tell me what's the importance there? Is it the guys? Is it where and when he entered with who?
I would
Is
say
it patrons?
I would say that from Dane's knowledge of the city and what he's gathered there today and what his goals are, the girl, she
Is a patron.
She reminded you of the women that you've seen at the Temple of Callistra. Noting the side doors is important. That would probably indicate to him that going up those doors would lead you more directly to where Crockmore might be.
The non-patron area.
Yeah. And I think he would think about the cat blind and his idea of wanting to poison.
Okay. With those notes, I'm ready to meet up with Crow and Elyon to divulge a plan.
All right. And as you guys gather together, talk about a plan, we're gonna see you next week. Cliffhanger.
Next time we're gonna fuck some shit up. It's gonna be oh my god.
Cool beans. You guys leave the office?
Yeah.
And a motorcycle pulls up outside of the Golden Goblin.
It's the baddest motherfucker you've ever seen.
Yeah, two burly gentlemen clad in leather and chains with white beards step off their hogs.
But here's the thing. They're holding shotguns.
Yeah, shotguns. And they cock their shotguns and say, "Hey, this is a holdup."
No weapons in the bar, sir.
Dayne personally shits his pants, passes out, and then kills himself.
Sir, no weapons in the bar. I'm gonna have to ask you to uncock that. Thank you. Now give me the gun.
This is my gun.
No, you can't. Then you cannot come in the hall.
This is my gun.
Then you take yourself elsewhere.
Points
This is
at your
America.
face. You want to say that again to
You're
my
not
face?
scaring me,
This
sir.
is my gun.
Either leave the gun with me.
Pulls the trigger, dealing 24 points of damage to your
Immediately.
face. Crow is permanently dead.
All right, carry on. Dayne,
This is the
what
worst
do you-
campaign ever.
What do you do with the dead crow at the door?
This took such a turn. No.
Mom's
that,
dead. Crow got shot.
We'll find out what happens next week.
next week. All
Plot
right.
twist. It was
My-
actually Tom, and Crow, who still looked like Tom, somehow got misplaced.